Steel Toe Morning Show.
I can't do this. I've got a premiere going right now. Oh, man. Premiered our Gaffigan. The Pearl Davis thing isn't doing too bad, so I thought, you know what? I'll throw up the Gaffigan Rogan thing.
All right.
From yesterday. That's not doing so bad. But now I'm interrupting it with a live show. Well, guys, I wouldn't interrupt if I didn't have something important. Have you ever wanted to become a Steel Toe VIP or just take $100 out of our pocket? Either one. Well, we're going to give you the chance to do that tonight. Goalless. Nothing. No goal. Usually you throw money at this show and we just go, oh, thank you so much. We'll do an extra half hour for you. Thank you for keeping that green shit in our veins. Tonight, we're just going to take, like usual, we're going to take $10. Doesn't matter if it's Super Chat, PayPal, Rumble, whatever. Any $10. It's very generous to give that to the show. We appreciate it. And as a thank you, we're going to give one person either a VIP package where they get all three of our t-shirts, the hoodie, the vinyl stickers, 2 tickets to every live event we do, $100 drawing entry every single month. You're either going to win that in the drawing or we'll just give you $100 cash, whichever one you want to do. We'll give you the cost of what the merch would be. Now, personally, I would recommend the VIP, but if you're like, I don't want all that, the shirts and shit and all that stuff.
I don't want all that shit.
Fuck that. I'll just take $100 cash. That's cool too. So another giveaway night, $10 on any platform. There's all the links in the chat. If anything over 30 entrants will go towards tomorrow. And if we get to 40 entrants, we're going to do 2 VIP packages tonight. And the reason we're doing this is very simple. 1, to give the audience a break from goals. And 2, we have a lighter than usual merch order this month. We're trying to pump it up because I know that our distributor doesn't like it when we make smaller orders.
It's a lot of effort for them to set all this stuff up.
So, yes.
For that little.
We're going to pump that up a little bit and at the same time giving you guys a break from goals and giving you a chance to get something for your generosity. MSO says, no goal. Seriously, no goal. Well, you're right. I mean, technically, this is a win for MSO then, in that case. And we could not be happier for MSO. And we're going to actually do this tomorrow night again as well.
All right.
Because we're going to pump up that order, and then we're going to put the order in at the end of the week. Meh is our first person with $10 coming in via PayPal to be in that drawing.
Thank you.
For a VIP spot. Shane M says, no goal, but still beg. No, we're not going to beg either. Although that would be very funny, wouldn't it? If we go, hey, fucking, here you go. We're going to do that anyway.
VIP.
Yeah, VIP. So there you go. All the links are in the chat, Rumble and YouTube, if you want to be a part of that. Everybody hit thumbs up. Everybody hit follow on Rumble. Everybody hit subscribe on YouTube. I do want to say thank you to Rumble. I was taking a look at the amount of Steel Toe Bros we have. And thank you, Tim, for the $20. He'll take 2. We'll put Tim B in there for 2.
Thanks, Tim.
I was taking a look at that. And I said to myself, I says, hey, what the fuck? The Steel Toe Bro membership numbers are about 20 less than what they were this time last month, And then I figured, well, we got suspended for 7 days, whatever. Then I went over to the Rumble end and checked the subscriptions, and there were 40-something. So I'm like, oh, people are taking their YouTube memberships. They're moving them over to Rumble.
Yes, sir.
I think that's wonderful. So we're heavy about 20 memberships this month, which is very, very cool.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
going to starting next month, I'm going to start putting the Rumble members in the membership drawing.
That'd be nice, I
So
think.
if you're a subscriber on Rumble, if you subscribe, we're going to put you in there. Thank you to Sid Saraf with $10, says I'm in. Yes, Dub
Thank
with
you.
$10 over on Rumble says enter me, please. Well, phrasing. Phrasing.
Would you like to enter Dub first or me?
Dub, I don't think you want us to enter you. I understand what you were going for.
Dump in
On
Dub.
that one, yes. So, yes, doesn't matter if it's PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, doesn't matter. Throw in $10 tonight. We'll throw you in that drawing for a VIP. And also, you guys were like, I think, $40 ahead, $30 ahead this morning for tomorrow morning's show. So thank you very much for that. So much to talk about today. I love that there is a guy who has changed his name to Ty Cobb after one beer. I don't know if you were sleeping yet this morning or if you
was up.
heard the Ty Cobb clips from today.
I most certainly did.
By the way, I count Tommy Lee Jones' portrayal as Ty Cobb as an actual clip of Ty Cobb.
It counts, right?
Yeah.
That's actually how everybody just envisions Ty Cobb. you
Right.
know?
Whatever Tommy Lee Jones, it's like, they say, this is canon or this is not canon. Anything Tommy Lee Jones did in his portrayal of Ty Cobb, that is canon to me.
Deal.
Happy Plague Doctor says, are memberships better on Rumble? I think you get more with YouTube, but we'll work on that in the future as Rumble kind of grows and continues to add more features. We'll add those features to the subscriptions.
Maybe he's asking monetarily, do we keep more
It's the
on
same.
Rumble?
It's $5
Okay.
either way. Doesn't matter. Well, I guess it's cheaper I think it's like $2 a month cheaper on Rumble because you give $5 and we take $5. Whereas YouTube, I think you guys give like $7 total after all their fees and shit, and we keep $5. Freaky Deaky says Ty Cobb equals Aaron's hero. I do find Ty Cobb very entertaining. And again, my Ty Cobb is just Tommy Lee Jones as Ty Cobb.
For some reason, I didn't like a lot of that movie. I don't know what that's about. There was something about that movie that seemed like, it's funny, like all the racism and all that stuff. But there was like weird, like dark moments of it that made it like too heavy feeling.
When he's beating up the dancer
I think,
or the waitress
yeah, there
or
was
whatever.
something to it that felt like it was too much.
When they lock him out of the party.
Yeah, if he could have just kept to the racism, that would have been nice.
You really found the racism to be endearing.
I did.
Kind of
It's
cute.
warmed my heart.
Or like, you better call your agents, boy. You better call William and Morris. You're going to need both of them for this one. After he tells him that Cobb has final editorial approval of the book. And he's like, well, I'll just wait to release it till after you're dead. And he goes, I ain't going to die for a long time. He goes, I'll write slow. I'll die slow.
How
And
do you
then-
know how fast you're going
Yeah.
to die?
That guy, Al Stump, though, was if you go, because of course I read into it and looked it up. Al Stump was a giant fucking asshole. Giant asshole.
I picture like most men of that time to be giant assholes.
But he lied about the Cobb stuff, and he told so many tall tales, like basically turned Ty Cobb into Paul Bunyan. Ty Cobb's family had to come out after, because Al Stump did release the autobiography when Cobb was alive. And then after Cobb died, he released this, my experience with Ty Cobb. And even Cobb's family, who he didn't have the greatest relationship with, came out afterwards and said, this Al Stump guy's full of shit. Like even his daughter, who was like, look, I don't have the best relationship with my dad, but this guy's
Shocking.
this guy's clout chasing. He's a piece of
he
shit.
came out with a tell-all that was a bunch of like
Horse hockey,
crap.
if you will.
horse hockey.
Yeah. I mean, that's not to say that there wasn't a lot of shit in there that was completely true about Ty Cobb.
You know what?
It's just that let's call it a disputed history.
You know what it was for me, I think? It was that long, like, he's whipping around, like, the turns and crap in, like, the winter or something
made
going
you
up to his
anxious?
house. It did, because I had done that before with somebody else driving, and I got into a rollover, so I can't, like, watch things like that. It puts me in a weird spot, and I felt uncomfortable.
Phoenix with $14.88 says, keep the change, you filthy e-beggar. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thanks.
Catching up with the chat, Sid Saraf, also entering the drawing tonight, says, sorry to ask again, but I'd be willing to donate my anniversary show ticket because I can't make it. It's very sad that you can't make it. We don't typically allow VIPs.
He said earlier in the chat, he said he bought one.
Oh, he bought one.
He is a VIP, but he says he bought one.
Here's the deal. Sid, either sell it to somebody or give it to someone and just have them contact us, and we'll put the name in the Eventbrite list and it'll be fine.
I would like you to have them tell me that you gave it to them so I know who it is.
Sid, or, just ask for a refund. That's okay. You can do that on Eventbrite.
Okay.
If you want to do that too, you can.
I'm also doing a recount on VIPs going to the anniversary party tonight after the show. So if you've got anything to tell me, please message me during the show.
We're going to have to cut off VIP claims probably Friday. I'll make that announcement on the morning show tomorrow. So you know how Cheetos gave us 30 more tickets to sell? Mm-hmm. He thought that put us at $130. I said I'd already sold 120. He said add 30. And I thought he meant add 30 tickets. I think he meant go to 130.
Yeah.
Because I told him today, I go, man, we're pushing 150. You want me to add more seats or what do you want to do? Because we got 8 tickets left.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, shit. He goes, no, 150's it. He goes, I'm going to have to find, some space. Don't worry. We'll make it work. We'll pack them in. He goes, then after that, I want you to do standing room only and we'll make it like sardines.
We're going to have people sitting on the bar top.
No, I think what I'm going to do
wow.
is if you're at the party and you don't want to leave, and you want to hang out still, and we don't want to kick you out. I think $5 at the show. We'll bring our speakers. We'll put them outside, and we'll hook the speakers into the board, and you can hear the comedy show from out there.
That's fine with me if we can make it happen.
Do that. Yeah, because it's free to come to the anniversary party.
Yeah.
You can just show up, drink, whatever. The only things you need tickets for are the comedy show and the cornhole tournament, which, by the way, the cornhole tournament now has over 32 participants. So this is going to be our biggest tournament we've ever had. Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be pretty wild.
And is that including myself, you, all the Steel Toe members, Gino,
No, we might end up at 20 teams for this tournament. So it's a good thing we're starting it an hour early.
I agree.
2 p.m., right?
Oh, wait. No, I think it's 3. I thought we pushed it back to 3 because the last 2 years we've started drinking so early that everybody's
screwed. I thought we moved up the comedy
screwed.
show to 7 and pushed back the tournament to 2.
I thought we just moved the tournament back to 3.
We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this motherfucker.
Look it up. Go to our Eventbrite page.
I promise
Where
you
is
guys.
it? Somebody help us.
We'll take a look. Roots Ghetto Maxer says, Aaron, you look like you lost a bunch of weight in your arms. Good on you. April, you look like you're going for that I don't care look. Love you guys. Thank you, Roots. Appreciate it.
I tried actually harder on my eyes tonight.
Harder. Shane M with $10 says, F it, have a few bucks. Good or bad entertainment is still entertainment.
Thank you, Shane.
Shane, that's adorable. But stop pretending this isn't good entertainment for you, please. I want our relationship to be built on honesty.
Are you yelling at him?
No, I'm encouraging him. I'm smiling like a parent who knows their kid's up to something, and just admit what you are. It's like I have a gay son, and he won't just say he's gay, and I'm like, come on, we all saw you at Thanksgiving. You're gay.
Is that tiny projection?
That I'm the gay son?
Yeah.
No.
Is that why you two don't talk?
I was. She means my dad, not my son.
What if your dad yelled at us because he knows you're gay and he's like, why don't you just do that?
Don't ruin this woman's life by pretending to like pussy.
Right. Maybe I should see him as a hero and I should have taken his words to heart.
I'm sure he probably feels that way.
Do you think so? I don't know. That's an interesting theory. You know what I mean?
Let's put Delco Lou in there also. $10 over on Venmo from Delco Lou.
Thank you.
He wants to be part of that VIP drawing tonight. Al Stump stinks, and I was in the sports journalism business, said Sid Saraf. Yeah, I've heard that Al Stump is not looked at fondly among sports writers, that he was that he saw Ty Cobb as a meal ticket, and that was it. Ty Cobb, after one beer, says, Shaka was the name I gave to every sharecropper in my day.
God.
All right, Ty. One beer is enough, all right? Roots Ghetto Maxer says, I'll go up to the anniversary show and live film me hitting on April and stealing her from Aaron. Send it my way. It's only a 5-hour drive. Now I know where you live.
Wow, I feel like you need to come now. 5 hours isn't that bad. I've driven farther for a football game.
Let's Happy Plague Doctor with $5. Oh boy, we got some Ty Cobb names coming in. Oh boy. Happy Plague Doctor with $5 says you can give away my ticket. My rear end blew up in my van. You shit your pants in your van?
So wait, hold on.
Fuck.
Guys, I don't want to have to do this. Like, it's easier for me if you message me and say I cannot make it. But
Plague, I tell you what.
I almost started writing his message instead of just saying he can't.
Either give it to somebody else or it's no shame in asking for a refund.
Let's refund it, but I think he's a VIP.
Oh, I'm looking at some of these new names and I'm really liking them. Ty Cobb, Black Vagina Finder says, good evening. Hello, Mr. Cobb. Mel Gibson, after 12 beers, says Chad is begging for footage from the show. He's crying because MLC isn't satisfying his voyeurs. That's too bad. That's sad. It's sad, that whole thing. That whole area is just kind of pathetic. But, yeah, I mean, hey, look, man, whatever keeps a roof over someone's head, I always want everybody to be able to make some money, you know? Silverwolf with $10 says a bear walked into a bar and said, I will have a burger and a beer, please. The bartender said, sure. I fucked up the joke. Put Silverwolf in there in the drawing tonight for a VIP.
Thank you, buddy.
But he says a bear walked into a bar and said, I will have a burger and a beer, please. The bartender said, sure, but why the big pause?
You know, if you'd just done that the first time.
It's not as good when you have to do it twice.
What
it's not as good.
Damn shame.
MN Viking says, when is the show? Cost, tickets left. Good evening, you guys. Mods, if you want to throw the Eventbrite link in the chat, you can. We're going to do a count tonight of how many tickets are left. It's somewhere between 6 and 10 tickets.
So Happy Plague Doctor, are you coming then? He says he'll rent a car. Because I'm writing notes down that are very conflicting right now. I'm going to assume you're coming.
Thank you, Zen, for putting the link in the chat. Roots says, I'm not going to message you anymore, April. I sent you a picture of my dog and how disappointed he is in this show, and you said nothing.
Did you really? I have to go through my messages tonight. I'm sorry. My phone blew up last night.
Loaded Wrench says, now I know why Aaron skipped that opener gig. I didn't realize how many people would be interested in my Woody, or not Woody Harrelson, Louis Anderson opener story.
I think that's a real bitch move of you.
Yeah, I was like 20, 21.
You've told me that story privately before.
I was 20, 21 years old. I interviewed Louis Anderson for the radio station I was working on because he was doing a show in town that night.
Very cool.
He goes, why don't you come up? Because I had like done 2 sets, I think, my whole life. And he goes, why don't you come up and why don't you, do a little time? And like the people at
Steve-O.
The people at the radio station were like, you gotta fucking do it. You gotta. I made up a thing about like a family member being sick because I just went down to Mankato to drink with my friends. Because A, I was always bored in Litchfield. I never liked being there. 2,
How dare you?
2, I couldn't drink. So I think I was 20. And number 3, I was terrified I would bomb in front of Louis Anderson and I couldn't have handled that humiliation.
Well, then you know what that means?
What?
It means number 1, you don't deserve Louis Anderson and his attention. And 2, you don't deserve Litchfield.
You're saying if I won't let Louis see me at my worst, then I don't deserve him to see me at my best.
Nope.
I hear you.
You didn't even get the sex. That's the tragic.
And I didn't get the
That's the tragic part.
Well, I wasn't trying to fuck that girl. I just made out with her at a quick trip. Like I met her that night and I made out with her at a quick trip. And then she blew a friend of mine. And then she made out with another friend of mine after she blew the friend. So I was happy that I just made out with her before she blew the guy.
You were all just fine with sharing her?
Well, I was first.
So clearly, if she moved on to 2 of your friends after you,
well, look,
was she just that unsatisfied?
Well, it's a makeout session.
Dissatisfied?
It's a makeout session in the grass next to the Quick Trip parking lot. It's not like we're going to go,
look, it's no barley field, but
it's no barley
good
field.
makeout sesh. It's worth a lot.
Yeah. A Sicilian guy got offended when I asked, how did your day go? Said Ty Cobb after 1 beer. Thank you, buddy. Your Louis sounds like Steve-O, which is it? Yeah, I know, it's all right. All right, here. No. All right, this is my Louis Anderson.
No,
that's not.
Still Steve-O.
No, because I can't. Now I can't do either of them. Now I can't do my Louis Anderson because Steve-O is down. I can't do either of them now. Fuck. Oh man, Ty Cobb hates Dagos with $4.99. Says April, the guy next to you has a little jig up in him. Fuck.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Thank you. I love all the Ty Cobb names that are coming in. Thanks, guys. Sid Sarab says, how did your day go? Made me spit up water. Well, some people are easily entertained.
I spit my beer. Yeah.
That's the audience that we shoot for here on this program. All right, let's add a few more people to that drawing tonight. We got Bobby for one.
Thank you.
You got Wild Card for one. And you got Mindy Lee for one. They're all now.
That power couple.
Yeah, you can either take the VIP package tonight, or
they're both VIPs.
You can take $100 cash. Either one, we're gonna let you. I think there's more perks long term, especially the $100 drawing every month alone is worth it. But we'll let you guys decide what you want to do. $10 on PayPal, $10 on Super Chat, $10 anywhere gets you into it. Hobo chili recipe with $5. Over on Rumble says, I swear to God, if you're talking about that cunty movie, Kingdom of Heaven, I'm going to call the police on you. It was meh. Okay, lard ass? Sorry.
It was very meh.
I'm not talking about Kingdom of Heaven. There's a story about leprosy. So I put the picture of King Baldwin, Edward Norton's character in Kingdom of Heaven up there. That's all. That's all it was.
Okay, we're at 12 entries, by the way.
Okay, 12 entries, and anything over 30 we go towards tomorrow, and anything over 40 we do 2 of the drawings, and everybody's automatically entered for that second one. So thank you, everybody, for your generosity. Okay, let's get started tonight. We've got a lot of stuff to get to. Dan Campbell wants 2 entries, throws in $20 over there on YouTube via Super Chat. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, it's... We've got the Chinese bear story that we have to do. And the Chinese bear story is very odd to me because it seems so remarkably unnecessary. Like, there's nothing about the Chinese bear story that has to exist. There's bears. I know that they're endangered in some places, but like if you want, I imagine in the zoo industry, you can just go online and find a guy who will sell you a bear and bring it to you.
Not this one. Sun bears, I think, are a bit rare.
Just get a normal fucking bear, because when I saw the bear...
What's good with that?
When I saw the bear they had, I didn't know it was a sun bear. It just looked like a bear.
Really?
That's all.
They don't look like normal bears.
Or what you can start doing in zoos, if you run out of bears, you could just get overweight homosexual men.
See, now I'm into that.
To be in zoos, and then you could have a real bear exhibit.
Make sure these ones don't shave any part of their body, like ever.
Well, and these ones also go rawr. So...
I actually prefer shady bears.
Well, and they'll claw up your back too.
Yeah.
Those bears.
Yeah.
So a video from a Chinese zoo went viral recently, and people are starting to theorize that the Chinese, I'm guessing government, it's a communist country, so it basically has to be the government. The Chinese government put a man in a bear suit at the zoo and is trying to, and isn't like doing it as, oh, come look at our wacky bear suit guy. They're passing it off as a real bear. And the videos that keep coming out about this make it harder and harder to think that this is a legit sun bear.
I haven't seen the pictures or the videos yet.
There's a couple. So. I've got 2 of them so far.
I will say before I see any of the footage, they are very queer looking creatures, like very odd. So
well, I can... Bears. So those are sun bears. Oh, I've seen those before.
They're very ugly when they walk. And I don't like that.
They're kind of built like kind of polar bears a little bit, like those skinny, like when polar bears are skinny. Yeah, but I just don't like how like angular their like feet are and stuff. Their feet.
You know what I mean? They don't look right.
So there they are. They are fucked up looking bears.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not right.
Yeah, so they do kind of look like people. Yeah, sun bear is like a little dwarf bear. Smallest bear you can have.
When people go like bear hunting and stuff too, and they're skinned, they look remarkably like a human. It's really scary.
That is a shitty looking bear. Okay.
So see how they're not normal.
I get it. I understand. But we're going to watch this video, and I'm telling you, I think the people who theorize that these bears are human, or that the bear in the zoo is human, I do believe that is the case. Let's take a look here. I saw this on Twitter today. Let's fire it up. Look at that. That is a wrinkly guy in a bear suit. Oh, you know what? Up in the mouth area here, though, that looks like... that looks like it could be a bear.
This is the only thing I've got to say about it. If that's a dude in a bear suit, that's a real bear. Like, that's a skin. Like, that thing has been skinned and, like, perfectly been preserved so that guy could wear it.
But how does a bear
legit
stand
hair.
up with a wrinkly ass like that?
I don't know. They're weird.
See, like that. That looks
trust
like
me,
a felt suit.
It doesn't look right. But the hair looks right.
I guess the tongue's moving and everything. I don't know.
Oh, God, that's just like an alien. Maybe it's an alien.
Here's the video that got me. This doesn't look like a real bear. That's a guy waving at people. Look at this. Look at him. He's just, wait, come on.
You can teach bears to wave.
You know what? I am starting to think this is just a retarded bear.
I think it's a retarded bear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, you can get bear suits, I guess, but they're not going to look that real.
And the way the mouth was moving and the tongue was moving and the mouth and everything.
Stupid looking animals.
They are really dumb looking. I'm actually more angry that it's a real bear than if it was, because if it was a dude. You
wanted it to be a person.
Yeah, if it was a dude in a bear suit, I'd be like, haha, look what the Chinese do. They don't really give a shit.
If you get a realistic enough bear suit and you go in an enclosure with other real bears, will they know the difference? Like,
I feel like they'd be able to smell it.
Right.
They'd be able to smell you're not a real bear.
And even if they weren't sure, they'd probably still attack you just because there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, but
right?
now I'm mad because there's nothing unique about this now. It's just a weird, midgety, dumb gay bear. And I don't
with a wrinkly butt.
With a wrinkly ass, and it's goofy looking, and ugh,
I don't like sun bears. There's something wrong with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like them. Now I hate that story, and I don't even want to do it anymore. Good thing we got plenty of shit tonight. Because like, if that was you had me interested when it was a hoax, when it was a goofy, wacky thing. It's kind of like when they do those race hoaxes at colleges and stuff.
They had your curiosity.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is very interesting, and then you go, oh no, it was just some guy of that race pretending. I'm like, oh well.
Well, but then
fuck that. Then
you'd have to wonder too, though, if it was a person, what's the end game in that? Like, what's the point of going in there and pretending to be a bear?
Get people's money to see the new sun bear exhibit, I get. Yeah, it's pretty flimsy.
Very flimsy, because there's other sun bears around it.
Yeah. And by the way, this is why I don't believe that we could have done an inside job on 9/11, because we wouldn't even be able to keep the sun bear thing a secret. Like, you wouldn't even be able to keep the dude in a sun bear suit thing a secret, but somehow we're going to be able to keep secret knocking down our own twin towers.
Like, to me, yesterday we did the Japanese guy who did a $20,000 collie costume, and even that didn't look legit to me.
No, that looked clearly like a suit.
$20,000. Yeah. This guy didn't pull off anything.
Negroes don't go to heaven with 199 says Ty Cobb called me boy and said I was property. Oh, well, see, now that's not.
Small-brained.
That's not very nice. I don't like that kind of talk out of Ty Cobb. He's got to fucking learn to behave himself. And and you know what? I'm sorry that happened to you. I am.
I hope you recover.
Yes, I hope you're okay. Thank you guys very much. Like on Rumble, like on YouTube, subscribe to all of it. Let's see what the audience is saying about it as we move on. Somebody says, damn, a Mr. Ed reference. Did you do a Mr. Ed reference?
I don't think so, but I like Mr. Ed.
I did not do a Mr. Ed reference. I know this because I don't watch. I've never watched Mr. Ed.
I've done a Mr. Ed reference before.
Yeah. Roots Ghetto Maxer say, oh yeah, it's a sloth. So they're related. Okay, they're related to sloths. That's how it works. It's an homage to dear leader Winnie the Pooh. Oh, that's right, because the premiere I think it's the premiere of China has been compared to Winnie the Pooh so much that in China you're actually banned from making any Winnie the Pooh jokes. Like, it's punishable by prison time because he doesn't like being compared to Winnie the Pooh. So really? Yeah, maybe it's the zoo just honoring the dear leader by doing a Winnie the Pooh. What do you call that?
Tribute?
Tribute, yeah.
But Winnie the Pooh wasn't black. He was a golden bear.
You got to take what you can get. Well, I'm sorry, but Jack Nicklaus isn't available. Plankton says, oh, come on, that is not real. No, after I watched it, I think that's real. That would be way too elaborate a suit.
Right. I think that had to be a real bear, and it's just a stupid-looking creature.
Yeah. Roots Ghetto Maxer says, I had a bear steal a whole stringer of trout. I ain't fucking with them. No way, no how. Even my dog ditched me.
I hear you. I used to hunt up in Little Falls, and there'd be little black bears roaming around the woods while I was out there sometimes. I ended up taking a Glock with me to my stand every night because I was afraid of them sniffing me on the way home.
Plankton says, I refuse to believe my beloved podcasters are that gullible. No, I
That's
watched
a real
it.
bear.
I watched it. I checked it out. That's a real bear. It's not their fault that it's a fucked up looking bear. I mean, sun bears are fucked up looking bears.
I bet if we were to look up like other sun bear videos, they look just as stupid.
Yeah, they're dumb looking animals.
They're just dumb.
Dead Jester pointing out, Aaron, I think your shirt stands for Ty Cobb. Oh shit, it does.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Mine just stands with black people.
Well, and it's
black.
That's why I demanded she changed before the show, but I changed my mind. There wasn't enough time left. What do you do? If you just got here tonight, we are giving away a VIP spot tonight. So if you'd like that, $10 in PayPal, $10 Super Chat, $10 in any platform, Rumble, doesn't matter. There's the links in the chat. We're giving away the 3 T-shirts, the hoodie, 2 tickets to every live event we do, $100 spot in the $100 drawing every month. You become a Steel Toe VIP. Anything over 40 qualifiers, and we're going to do 2 drawings. So $10 on any platform. We appreciate it. If you want to chip in, feel free. There's the links in the chat. Giving you a little something, or a chance at a little something for your generosity tonight. A way for us to skip goals on the evening shows this week. I like it. I hope you do too. And I hope you think of entering in to our little giveaway today. About 15 or 20 people in at the moment. Feel free to enter as many times as you'd like. Now we get into the portion of the show where I ask the question with a lot of giddiness. Should we just start kicking women off of airplanes as a default?
Hey.
I mean,
you know what? I don't mind a road trip. Ban me. I don't care.
Okay, but when you see meltdowns on airplanes, if we were to break it down by gender, if I broke it down by race, I think we'd end up, look, we got Rumble Friday coming up. Don't worry. Oh, by the by, Rumble Friday, I've already got a clip ready for Rumble Friday.
Okay.
Owen Benjamin on his Rumble show yesterday talking about comedian Godfrey. Oh my God. If I tried to play this on YouTube, our channel would be,
really?
Way worse than that.
Okay.
Way worse. There were so many times where if Owen Benjamin would have just said the N-word instead of what he said in his rant, you would have been like, that would be less offensive to me. So we got
slavery talk?
Dude, getting on boats, going back to certain
my God.
continents, and just, was it
So
bad.
He was in fine form.
Owen Benjamin does not like Godfrey's take on politics. Let's just put it that way. And he wanted to make that point with some fervor and some oomph.
Is it because Godfrey thinks the Earth is a globe?
Luckily this time it did not have to do with flat Earth, but it did have to do with race and privilege.
Whose side were you on?
Look, Rumble Friday is very close, and we'll be able to talk about it then.
Okay.
How's that? That's the best I can tell you. So yes, we are going to have the Owen Benjamin thing, but it's going to be for Rumble Friday.
I'm very excited.
YouTube lets it slide if it's not hateful, says Loaded Wrench.
It sounds hateful.
It's pretty hateful.
It sounds loaded with hate.
It's a hateful tirade, if you will. Hobo Chili Recipe with $2 says, I thought your shirt stood for tiny cock. Thank you, bud. I appreciate that you throw in $2 to get those barbs into my skin. That does make me feel
he does pay for the pain
a little bit. Yeah, I like that. He's a good guy. Thank you very much to Crunchy Cynicism with $10. Says, please make April say this.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
I got to write your name down. Okay.
I'm testing my bum-ass bank account. All right, so you go ahead and read right there.
I can't say that.
Come on. She gave you $10.
Bring
you
it
have
back,
to. That's
fine.
the rule of e-beggar podcasting.
Ahem. I was made to say this via money. Okay.
Okay.
Hairy, veiny balls make me happy.
All right. Thank you, comrades. And yes, women shouldn't fly without supervision, obviously. Well, you can throw Crunchy in there into our drawing for tonight. And she made you
I'm degraded now.
say something about big veiny balls.
That took something off my value as a person.
Slammin69 says, I just finished up the Rogan video clip. Good clip. Thank you. Yeah, that was some good work that we did So I threw it in there. I threw it up for you. The Happy Plague Doctor, becoming a member for an 8th month, says, I thought it stood for ticks and claps. There you go.
Ticks and claps.
Ticks, my shirt. Ticks and claps. He's insinuating that I, in fact, have both of those two things.
It's not good. Neither of them.
All right, let's go to women on airplanes.
All right.
It should not be allowed technically, because every time we see one of these videos where there's a meltdown on an airplane, in my opinion, it's women. You don't usually see guys having big meltdowns on planes. Remember the last big meltdown there was? This motherfucker is not real?
Females. The last couple were females.
Yeah, by the way, that woman, the most on the borderline could be fuckable chick I've ever seen in a viral clip. Like, I still can't decide if you're like, oh, I'd fuck her or not.
That's because she rode a fine line of like, she's not skinny, but she's not fat either. She was like a husky girl.
She was one of the weirdest optical illusions
in
the history of viral internet stuff. Thank you very much to, don't say my name. I'm a VIP in this for, okay. So just write.
I know who that is.
Initials down there. And if we announce it, then I'm
just writing down Mrs. Cock. Because that's who it's for.
I don't think we were supposed to say that. I'm not sure.
It could be any cock.
Citizen M says, Lena Dunham, is that for me? You haven't decided whether or not Lena Dunham is not fuckable? Oh, Citizen M, you let your politics ruin too many things. That is
What's a Lisa Dunham?
Leah, thank God. Leah Dunham was, back in like 07, Leah? She had a show called Girls on YouTube, and she is a pig.
Can I see her?
Just kind of a fleshy. She looks like she was fished out of the river.
Oh, that bloated, weird.
Yeah, that weird, bloated, pale look. Lena Dunham. But she's like super liberal. I think Citizen M's doing a bit when he says
Has to be.
Oh, boy, is she bad.
That does look like somebody who probably went into the river looking relatively, fuckable.
Yeah.
And then came out bloated. You're right.
God damn
what
it,
happened?
Citizen M. What the fuck is wrong with you,
How many years did that take, that skinny to not skinny transformation?
About 10 years, 15 years. Yeah. Reflects on facing body criticism in her 20s. Oh, God, you're going to hate your 40s.
Oh, that laugh, Aaron.
Ooh, is she a nasty, nasty bitch. Oh,
ew.
Citizen M, I hope you're fucking with me. I hope you're just playing up the liberal thing. By the way, you've also been kind of a cunt lately. That's why I've kind of been ignoring you a bit.
I kind of want to know.
Been rather cunty. You need to be a good boy.
I wonder what Citizen M finds to be like the ideal woman. Like,
oh God,
what's an example of his ideal woman?
Here's what's disgusting about his ideal woman is she has to have the right point of view and politics as well. And that's really gross to me. You can't do that. You can't be a man and put your politics in your pussy. You can't do that. You shouldn't care what a woman thinks politically. It shouldn't
matter. Clearly you didn't when you got with me.
Right. I don't care what a woman thinks politically because it's probably not correct. It's just...
I'm getting a MAGA hat now.
Women talking politics is like dogs walking on their hind legs with a top hat on. It just doesn't look right.
It's like sun bears waving to you at the zoo.
Yeah. Even if Joy Reid started being super based and conservative, you'd still look at her and go, I still don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about.
He says Selena Gomez. Now, she's 1,000% not my type, but he could have said a lot worse.
You know what, Citizen M? Good on you.
She has a dinner plate for a face. Her face looks like this.
No, I got to give the boy credit. I set the bar really low for him, and he cleared it.
He did clear it. I just think it's wrong.
There is that. Would Citizen M fuck Taylor Swift? That's the question.
No. He doesn't like that she stands up for herself.
Oh, okay. Well, no, he probably likes that women empowerment stuff. You're thinking of me. Crunchy Cynicism wants in again. With $10 says, this is addicting. Now Aaron has to say this. Men should be chained and milked underground, and that Corey Feldman is a national hero. Well, there you go. You guys didn't know that donating to this show, you can make us say whatever you want? This is a new thing you're discovering?
That's great. Should I be chaining you and milking you? What does that even mean?
Well, you just got to...
Milking your prostate?
I think so. You shove fingers
urethral
up my
milking.
Yeah.
According to that SVU guy.
I suppose. But yeah, you guys didn't know you can make us say whatever you want? It's e-beggar.
Within reason.
Well, it's e-beggar 101. Are you kidding me? Gomez is 1,000 times better than Dunham. That's a low bar.
Yep.
Doc Brewski says, I'd fuck Taylor Swift, but I fuck my own hand, so it doesn't say much.
Do you guys switch hands ever? Like, do you share? Like, do you give equal attention to your hands,
I think
or do you have like a tried and true?
Once you're graduated from high school, you've kind of grown out of that phase.
I was just wondering.
You go with what works. I mean, I've probably tried left before. Weird thing is, I remember when I was a teenager once, I tried it lefty, and I would like crank my dick in a right or left direction because you're not used to that motion with your left. It's kind of like last Thursday, I tried to box southpaw to make one of the younger fighters get a southpaw look because he's just about ready to fight. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go southpaw against you. And then I realized I fucking suck as a southpaw. It's all backwards. I'm moving wrong. I'm getting my face punched in. I suck as a southpaw. So jacking off left is kind of the same thing. I'm punching myself in the face. I'm going the wrong way. Jacking off lefty is weird. It is.
So you went for the novel of an answer. It would have just been you stick with one hand.
Doc Brewski says, I'm an orthodox whacker. I'm no Bud Crawford. Yeah, see, Bud can go right or left. I'm sure he can jack off with either hand. But I don't think he needed anyone to jack him off Saturday night, though. I think he probably had
had a harem of girls.
Yeah, for sure.
Him and Eminem did in their penthouse somewhere. I thought that was sick.
It was cool.
I'm not over it. I think
it was cool
great.
to see him. It was awesome. What I really loved about Eminem coming out with Terrence Crawford is that, you know, he came out and then just walked off to the side, and you go, oh, Bud didn't feel like paying him too much because he's not doing any of the singing. He just came out with him, and that was it. No performance. It
was better than whatever the Tubbo was that came out before him. What was that? Big Tex or whatever it was?
Yeah, that was Errol Spence's guy. He's a Texan. He's from Dallas, and he had one of his
fine,
boys.
but that guy, he could have at least put a shirt on.
Bowls Deep gifting a membership to Love My Charlie Faith. Ooh, that must be someone who watches kind of in silence, so it's very cool to get those people memberships.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, because you get the membership based on whether you've got memberships turned on and how much time you spend watching the show. So that was great. Doc Brewski says this was one of the best best boxing performances. I'm projecting. Best boxing performances I've ever seen. Crawford could have walked underwater and not gotten wet.
Dude, he was untouched when he left that ring.
Yeah.
He looked untouched. He was ready to go out for the night. He was perfect.
My boy Bernard Hopkins has some of the best performances I've ever seen. I'm trying to think in
this
terms
one
of...
was stunning.
It was very good. It was very, very good.
It was amazing.
But Hopkins beating Trinidad, Hopkins beating Tarver, Hopkins beating Pavlik. I think all three of those are some of the best beatings I've ever seen. This was a pretty good one.
This is one of my best ones.
And I don't know. James Toney beating the shit out of Evander Holyfield. Roy Jones Jr. and Vinny Pazienza. Was that remarkably brutal to watch.
It was so fun. Like, the three of us were watching the fight, and every now and then, all three of us, like, collectively just, just the whole time. It was so great. We're drunk, too, of course.
We are officially $60 ahead for tomorrow morning. Thank you to Balls Deep for gifting a membership to John Lassman.
Thank you, boys and
then
girls.
the Happy Plague Doctor gifted 10 not tier 1. That's a Twitch thing. Wow. 10 memberships.
And now we're in a level 3 hype train.
Hinkle Von Winkle, Suave Banana, LB Dirtbag, James Midland, Debbie, Dustin Duffy, The Real Joe, Marble Arms, and Dan Coughlin and Island Cara, all
nice
getting memberships.
Thank you.
There we go. Roy Jones versus Montel Griffin 2. Yeah, that was a fucking beating. The Vinny Paz one was pretty bad, though. The Vinny Paz beating was pretty rough.
It's hard because obviously people watch these things because they love a good fight and watching people get beat up. But there were so many times in this Crawford fight where we're like, can you just call it now?
Yeah, stop the fight.
Like, I mean, it's a black man and his face is stunningly red right now. They're not supposed to look that way.
Oh, God, we're forgetting one of the more recent beatings. Fury Wilder 2.
Oh, sure.
That was one of the most brilliant beatings I've ever seen someone give another guy, and I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan.
I just didn't like all the leaning in that one. That actually made me, like, respect him less.
It's a tactic.
It's not right. I don't like
I
it
do
at
teach
all.
my taller fighters to do that to shorter fighters who come forward.
I don't respect that.
I said, if he comes forward and you're forward, lean on him. Make him carry your weight. Wear him down. That's a good tactic. Samuel wants to be qualified twice.
Thank you, Sam.
For tonight's VIP drawing. He says, Heil April. There you go. Thank you very much, Sam. And Crunchy Cynicism wants another entry. Put her in again.
Oh. Thanks.
If you think
dear.
I listen to anything but this show, you're a fucking woman. I had no idea you had to say this, but I'm so in. Take my money, you magnificent specimens. I can't say that word.
She's even saying it.
I'll try again Friday. Now I'm an international arms dealer. All right. Well, thank you, Crunchy Cynicism.
Is she okay?
For your generosity. Mick Marshall, Margarito Cotto. When Margarito had loaded gloves, then Cotto fucked him up in the rematch. Both beatings. Yeah. So there was a guy at welterweight named Antonio Margarito, and everyone back in the mid-2000s thought Floyd Mayweather was ducking him. And he fought Miguel Cotto, who was like the biggest badass welterweight in the world at the time. Mm-hmm. And he beat Cotto's face in to where you couldn't recognize him. I mean, it was really, really bad. Cotto face after Margarito. It's I'll bring up the pictures here.
The last name Margarito is kind of funny.
And you guys can see that's Miguel Cotto's face after he fought Antonio Margarito. He got beaten up really badly. Now, it was discovered after that fight.
I feel like that should have been stopped before that.
Well, it was discovered after that fight. It was actually discovered his next fight against Shane Mosley. Mm-hmm. When Nazim Richardson, Shane Mosley's trainer, you send one of the opponent's trainers or members of the team into the locker room of the other fighter to watch them get their hands wrapped and prepared so nothing hinky's going on. Well, Nazim Richardson was watching them wrap Margarito's hands. And he noticed when he got in the room that his hands were already wrapped. And he went, no.
I've heard this before.
Yeah, he goes, take it off, redo it.
Yeah.
And they said, what? Take them off and redo it? I didn't want you wrap his fucking hands. I'm not putting my fighter at risk. And, they took off the wraps and they realized they were using plaster.
I've heard that one.
What is it? What's the heart? Like the
plaster of Paris?
No, the quick settle plaster. That's not plaster of Paris, isn't plaster? I don't fucking know
better than I do, clearly.
Okay, anyway, it's the quick settle stuff, the stuff that dries really, really fast. Quick setting, thank you. And he had to wrap his hands the right way, and Mosley beat the living shit out of him. It was then, he never admitted it, but they theorized that he was using that against Miguel Cotto, because what else could make his face look like that?
Right.
In the rematch with Cotto, after Margarito's suspension was up, this is what Cotto did to him. He looks like an old Tibetan man.
He does.
On top of Mount Everest, and Antonio Margarito is a Mexican. And he made him look like a Nepalese Sherpa freezing on Mount Everest by the time the fight was done.
You just kind of have to feel robbed somehow, don't you? To find out somebody cheated like that.
Well, he got him back.
I get it. But that first one, man, he could have really hurt him.
He got he got
long
suspended.
Term is what I'm saying.
He got suspended from boxing for a year for that.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. They're saying Rodney King was a pretty good beating. Yeah, but that one was, what do you call it? That was unsanctioned.
Yeah, I've seen several people in the chat now. April doesn't fuck with stalling. No, I don't like the leaning stuff. Like, for me, actually, the last Wilder Fury fight to watch, where Fury just leaned on him the whole time, the refs constantly in there getting him off Wilder and stuff. I'm like, you were just ruining the entire fight for me.
That was the second one. The third one was the good fight.
I actually didn't respect Fury at all after that. Yeah. I think that was a terrible fighting for him.
Doc Brewski says, and Sugar Shane beat the fucking brakes off that cheating prick.
Cowardly.
Yeah, he did.
Cowardly is the word I'm going to use.
Mosley beat the living dog shit out of Margarito, and so did Manny Pacquiao. Margarito, Mosley finish. We'll do a little.
Margarito has no defense at all for punches. This fight could be stopped any second now. Margarito is getting hit flush with
beat the
every
shit
right
out of
hand.
him.
There's another one.
Oh.
There's a big left hook. Why not stop it now?
Stop it!
And there's the
God.
That cheating fucker got his ass kicked. That one made me happy, though.
Yeah, I get it. I do, but refs got to do a better job sometimes. Like, it was so hard during the Crawford-Spence fight this last weekend because it's like, obviously it's the dream fight of forever for so many people and you can't just stop it maybe. But then after the first two times where we're all three just sitting there like, oh, don't stop it yet, guys. Don't stop it. We're like, okay, you can stop it now. Yeah. Next 5 times, you can still stop it.
I agree with Doc Brewski. I miss Jim Lampley's voice, too. I thought about that during the Crawford-Spence fight. I'm like, man, I find Mauro Ranallo to be obnoxious. And fuck, I miss Jim Lampley. He was so good at calling fights. Help Solve says only $9.99 because Rumble is burying the thumbnail tonight. It's 6th on podcast, but nowhere on the front page. Do better, Rumble. Do better. Let's comment and like and shit. Well, no, our evening shows do about 100 on Rumble and a couple hundred over on, 113. This is pretty normal for Rumble on an evening show. And then about 200 something on YouTube. Yeah, 300 to 400 people watching at a time on the evening show is pretty normal. So thank you, guys. Thank you for being concerned about your favorite show, but we're good there. Ethan wants to in on the drawing for the VIP. Where are we at the moment?
I think they made 20.
20. All right, so we got 20 more. Anything, 10 more, and then after that, it all goes towards tomorrow morning's show.
This is great.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you very much. If you're just joining us, we're giving away a VIP spot tonight. We're not doing any goals. So we want to do a goal-free week, and our merch order's a little low this month, so we're kind of killing two birds with one stone. So if you do throw in $10 tonight, it's not just throwing it at the show. We're also going to give away a VIP spot. So there's the links in the chat. $10 Super Chat, $10 PayPal, $10 Rumble, whatever you want to do. There you go. It's right there for you. So let's watch these crazy bitches on the plane.
Oh, wow. I forgot about them.
This one I have no context for. This
Okay.
is just a woman losing her shit. Now, can we pick out the airline from the seats?
Right. That was the context I wanted.
Okay, because
Ooh,
this
it's
doesn't.
red?
This looks like it could be Delta.
Delta doesn't do red.
They do red and blue.
I thought they do mostly blue.
This could be United.
Those are cushy seats, though.
This could be United.
I was going to guess United
Southwest?
or American.
I don't, but it's not Spirit.
Spirit's yellow.
And it's not, no. Their seats aren't yellow, though, on Spirit. You got to be careful of that. But they do look
I
like
think you're
uncomfortable computer chairs on
I
Spirit
thought they were
and
yellow and
Frontier.
gray.
You could be right.
Frontiers, like, they use green.
Okay. I want to see if anyone before we start this, I want to see if anyone in the chat, YouTube or Rumble, can tell me what airline this is on. Doc Brewski with $9.99 says shekels for the boxing talk. There you go. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. That puts
Appreciate
him in,
that.
doesn't it?
That puts him in, absolutely. It's Plaster of Paris, Stevie J says. Aaron was right. Well, no, April was right then.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. It's April said that. They're saying it's Southwest. It's not Pan Am, it's not Soul Plane, it's not Compton Airways, it's not Sun Country.
No.
Trans
World.
Spirit. Dave Sarah with $10 says, you hear this news about Mike Harrington, Legion of Skanks producer, versus Alex Stein at Skankfest in boxing? Thoughts? I like this show. I don't know anything about Mike Harrington.
Thank you, Dave.
From Legion of Skanks. I like that show. I think those guys do a funny show, but I don't know anything about him.
We're at 22 now.
I also know that Alex is supposed to fight. Thank you, Samuel, for $10. Says Heil April. Heil illegal giveaway. Thank you, buddy.
Heil, Sam.
So let's put Sam in there as well.
Right. Sorry, Sam.
That's an interesting one. We'll take a look at both of them after we do this. After we finally get to this airplane clip.
April was right, Airways.
Yeah, April was right, Airways. Let's go ahead and look. We're going to say this is American. That's what we'll say for argument's sake. And although what you're about to hear is going to sound like a Spirit flight. Here we are.
Shut the fuck up.
Good start.
That's a great start.
And by the way, I want you to watch this because this guy is everybody that we don't think we are, but we totally are.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, I wouldn't put up with that shit on a plane. But most of you would be like this guy.
No, can I tell you something? I won't put up with this shit on the ground if I'm forced to be around these people, but in an airplane.
What do you mean these people? Black people on airplanes?
No, people causing problems.
Oh, okay. All right. Naggers. Oh, okay.
You yelled at me for saying that here once.
I don't understand. I know, but that's because
I never forgot.
we had just been kicked off a platform and I was a little sensitive.
That's a moment, though, from you I'll never forget.
Yeah.
For me.
Just
that
because
was mortifying.
now I don't give a fuck about YouTube because Rumble continues to go up, up, and up. So I don't really, I'm fucking daring them at this point, but, you know.
Anyways, if I'm on the ground and like I'm forced to be surrounded by people causing an issue, I might say something. If I'm in a tube in the sky, you bet your ass I'm minding my business.
Now, I like watching this through this guy's eyes because he's white and I'm white, but also because he's trying to pretend that he's minding his business and listening to his headphones. I guarantee you whatever he has on in those headphones is paused right now.
It's not only paused, but those are AirPods, and you can hear through those.
Yeah. He wants to hear what the fuck is going on, but he doesn't want to look like a nosy Nelly at the same time.
Yeah, you better believe that I wear the fucking nuts, nigga, in front of public. You want to fucking try to look at other women, nigga? Now fuck you. You ain't gonna look at other women, and you ain't gonna tell me you're looking at other women. We have a little child right behind you.
I like that guy, too. That guy's my spirit animal right there.
Kenan Thompson is not very pleased about what's going on right now.
I love him. I love him. Everything down to his shirt.
Yeah, and again,
He's
this
so cute.
This guy has totally paused whatever he's listening to, and now this poor lady, working for the airline, has to go and talk to her.
Lady, that person's bald.
No, she's got her hair pulled back. We'll go back to where she enters enters stage right. By the way, I'm totally willing to believe this is Spirit now.
It kind of looks like Spirit.
This might be a Spirit flight. Bro, you on the wrong flight. Delta was that away. You went Terminal 1 when you should have went Terminal 2.
Basically, we got some woman yelling at her mans for apparently glancing at another woman.
She is yelling at her mans.
Not happy about it.
No.
I'm gonna tell you you're looking at other women. We have a little child right behind you. Yeah, I know. I fucking consult the fucking child. There's a little boy right behind you. I already know. I'm not gonna say nothing if you don't say nothing trying to cause a commotion.
So she's telling this is a woman, by the way.
Okay.
She is telling the woman working on the plane, ma'am, there's a baby on board. She's like, I already consoled a fucking child. I ain't gonna cause a commotion if you ain't gonna cause a commotion. It's like, this is one of those times where you either have to give it another shot or you just have to go, the customer's always right. You either have to go, ma'am, some would consider what you're doing right now to be causing a commotion.
Can't we just threaten them on the plane that, hey, if you don't cut the shit, you will be arrested as soon as we land? You can't threaten somebody with that?
You can, sure, but I don't think she gives a shit.
I feel like that would scare the shit out of most people.
Not her.
Because you can fight all you want on a plane, but if you're getting arrested when you land at your vacation spot, that's going to put a damper on things.
How about the fact that she's in the exit aisle and she could clearly just pull that right now? The only good thing about that is there's too much pressure right now for her to be able to pop that out. But I don't want that woman that close to the emergency exits.
I kind of don't either. I feel like there should be sensible people next to exits. Hey, you and I have had to sit by an exit before, and they usually stop by you and let you know what's up in case you need to use it, right? And make sure that you're sound. And
this woman lied, clearly.
Yeah.
He's the fucking problem. You want to fucking try to fucking say shit to me, nigga? Shut the fuck up. Nigga, fuck you. You want to fucking what?
That chair's moving.
Fuck you. I'm not bringing my back to what? If I want to bring my back, I'm not ever going to see you again. I swear to God, don't you ever come to my house, nigga. I'll call the police on you. Fuck you. Oh, really? You're going out of control. I'm going to right now.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you've ever had a woman yell at you like this and you tell her she's behaving out of control, that usually stops it.
Do you want to know something? I bet he didn't even look at someone. I bet she saw that there's some cute chick up in front somewhere, and she's insecure, so she's like, oh hell no, he's for sure looking, because I'm looking.
But boys and girls,
if
a woman is ever shouting at you like a maniac and isn't making a lick of sense, always tell her she's being irrational, and that should solve the whole thing. They always stop after you tell them they're acting crazy.
Yeah, men too.
Yeah, their awareness kicks in and they go, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm acting a little fucking batshit. Yeah, I apologize.
Can somebody just get her a sedative or something, a drink maybe?
Perhaps I would say
a sedative in a drink?
I would say a heavier alcoholic beverage than the average size. Not a 12, not a 16. I'm thinking maybe 40 ounces. 40? Yeah, something
maybe
like
just
that.
a 175 a Hennessy. Sorry, I just went for it. That was 2 on the nose. Sorry.
Oh, she hit. Oh, did she just hit him right there?
Yeah, I heard contact.
Oh, you gonna come up? Man, I'm getting up. Man, get up.
Oh! I did not see that coming.
No, you want to know what? I think they wanted her to come up there because she's a problem.
And he's like, fuck that, I'll come up.
Nope, I'm getting out of here, and I'm never talking to her again.
Right.
In fact, her ass is staying back wherever we're landing right now.
And then he said, me and Mike don't dance. We just pull up our pants and do the rock away. Sorry, he looked like Fat Joe to me when he got up out of his seat. I want to go back to the hitting.
Right now, you shut the fuck up.
I love how the plane kind of did a Ric Flair chop thing, like, whoa!
Yeah, these two up front here both have ear pods in.
Yeah.
They both heard that slap.
No, that's what I'm saying. This guy's so full of shit. Like, he clearly has his shit paused and he's listening to this, and then he hears the slap and he goes, all right, I'm going to stop pretending now.
Can I say something? And I don't
No,
care like
you
who
can't.
disagrees with this. If you're that person causing this problem, I don't have an issue with the guy at this point. I don't care. I hope he looked at that girl now. I do. I hope he was looking at her. I hope he got a boner.
Oh.
I hope he was sitting there thinking about her. But, like, if you behave the way that woman did, I want you on a no-fly list for all flights.
You might be getting your wish.
I need it.
On that one.
I don't like you. I don't need any anxiety on that plane. I want to get to wherever I'm going calmly and quietly.
I'm saying this is
okay?
I'm looking at these computer chairs. I think this is Spirit.
Those are nice-looking chairs.
Those
what are
aren't
you
nice-looking
about?
chairs. You're just seeing the headrest padding.
They look nice.
The actual chair looks like it's almost like concrete with a cover over it.
I don't know.
That looks like a shit seat, bro.
Sarah, come up with us. No. Oh, you gonna come up? Yeah. Man, I'm getting up. Man, get up. You're assaulting me, man. Oh, I'm assaulting you? Yeah, I know you for fucking years. I'm assaulting you?
Oh, fuck. I haven't seen this part. That wasn't assaulting you. This is assaulting you.
What did she hit him with?
It looked like a laptop or
Yeah,
something.
it sounded like a laptop.
See if we can see it.
Oh, I'm assaulting you? I know you for fucking years. I'm assaulting you?
Yeah, that was a laptop.
They're like trying to save this man from her. This guy's got his phone out.
And judging by the reaction of the plane, that connected.
This
I
is
know you
scary.
for fucking years. I'm assaulting you?
Oh, she got hit. She got hit in the head.
Ma'am, yes, you are assaulting him. That's what
Can I
assaulting
say something
means.
else?
No. Quit asking. You're on a show. Talk.
That woman, the stewardess who got her head bashed in by whatever that bitch hit her with.
Yeah, a laptop.
She should reserve the right at that point, since you're up in the air and stuff. She gets to choke her out now. You just assaulted me. I'm defending
April,
myself.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this woman is not equipped to physically restrain this
I don't care.
individual.
I think she should reserve the right to try.
I think it's great, though, that this woman landed on her feet and got a job in a sun bear suit at the Chinese Zoo. I think that was really good. That she's now...
Are you proud?
She's working. I am.
Do you feel good?
I do feel good about that one.
Oh, I'm assaulting you? I know you for fucking years. I'm assaulting you?
Oh, yeah. She okay, so
dude.
she hit her in the head.
She wasn't okay. And
I'm gonna get my purse.
that's not...
Is she black or
That's
no?
a white woman.
That's a white...
She was slinging
No, it's a
N-words.
Latina. That's a Latina.
I don't care. She ain't black, and she was slinging N-words left and right.
Latinas have this weird relationship with the N-word, though, like especially Puerto Ricans, where it's like
Was that guy-
oddly iffy.
Was that guy even black, though?
He was Latino too.
Why are these people just saying the N-word?
I think Fat Joe started it. I think it is Fat Joe's fault because he says the N-word, and I don't think he's black.
He's not.
No. I think Puerto Ricans
Am
have
I-
a weird relationship with the N-bomb.
I just kind of feel like I'm shocked as hell. I figured she'd be a black woman because she was saying the N-word so much.
I don't know what color she was going to be, but I knew she was going to be fat.
Oh.
That's all.
How's her tits, though?
Oh, I hate fat tits.
Fuck you. You want to say I'm assaulting you? Fuck you.
You kind of did.
You did, though.
Fuck you, Memo.
Manuel.
Yeah, I'm going to...
That answers that question.
Oh, God.
Fine, whatever.
You're gonna
Fine, whatever.
You're gonna be charged with assault. Fine, whatever.
Lock her up. Don't throw away the key. Wow, I have some hard takes tonight. Like, I don't think that person's cut out for society.
What?
I think you can just lock her up and throw away the key.
How could you say
I think
something
that's it.
like
I
that?
think she can go away. I feel bad for that guy. I do. I hope he gets some good puss when he lands.
That's a really irresponsible take for you to have, that she's not cut out for society.
I don't like... I'm in this stage of life. I'm almost 30 now.
What?
Where, like...
Uh-oh, TikTok.
If you're just a problem and you can't function in normal, like, scenarios, like, I don't think you're just cut out for the world. You can go away now.
All right, April, let's put crunchy cynicism in twice more for the VIP drawing tonight.
Thank you.
It says, these people, for April was right Airways, Zeg Hail. PayPal won't let me spell it right, but I'm doing my best hobo. Love you, fatty. Can't believe she would call you fatty.
Hey,
That is not very nice.
my weight's down today.
I'm telling you that. Put Whiskey Tango Foxtrot in our VIP drawing tonight.
Thank you.
Also put Phage Lives in there. Says, this is for a new VIP spot if I win. Been dealing with medical stuff the last 5 weeks, but I can cover one super chat. Hopefully I bounce back soon. Good luck to a new winner. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
And best of luck to you moving forward.
Speaking of medical, is anyone having, do they have a Redbeard update? Is he okay? He had liver failure.
Oh, yeah. How is, Balls Deep, how's Redbeard doing?
How is Redbeard?
I would like to know. Hopefully better than Red Bar. Gray Duckling with $9.99 says, you're not allowed to say naggers probably because you have a job. Hobo, your thoughts. And Gray Duckling is now in our VIP drawing for tonight. There's the details.
Thank you.
They're responding to you, April. Triple N says, April with the extreme takes tonight.
I think you can just lock crazy people up. That's it.
James J. Weed says, ain't her first time being charged with assault. You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Nebo says, no, really, the insane person who assaults people on a plane aren't safe. He's commenting on your hot take that you had earlier.
No, my hottest take is I think those people can just be locked up forever.
Stevie J said, she said, F you, Memo, that's a Mexican nickname. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about being Mexican. Sorry, I know it's surprising. I don't.
You have no street cred.
Nope. Return Trip says 30, R.I.P. Well,
I know, I'm getting closer, and everybody talks about 30 like it's a death sentence, you know what I mean? I turned 29 in December, and I'm getting nervous.
George Foreman once said, I'm here to prove to the world that 45 and 55 is not a death sentence. We can do anything we want to, brothers and sisters. Because they're used to Haitians and Africans acting up, says Crunchy Cynicism. They don't care about words. Okay, well, there's that. Nicholas, first name, last name, Gurr, says, you can say my name. I cannot. I can't say your name. Cockdiff says Redbeard is hanging tough. Okay, that's good. Good
so
that Redbeard is hanging in there. That's very good.
Lemmy said he's at home and doing well.
Okay, good. BYB Podcast says the house next door to me was sold. All right.
Hey.
We also got to figure out if we can do the BYB Podcast coming up pretty soon here. They're asking very nicely, and I'll say this. If you're asking us to do any podcast, we're always open to be a guest. Don't expect a hard answer from us before the anniversary show.
No.
This is going to be the busy week for us.
Things are fussy. I can say it now, I guess. Frank Pellegrino messaged me, I believe it was yesterday, looking for more Sundays I can hop on Simcast. And I was kind of I will get you an answer, but we're just a little busy right now.
And then I'm also working with Frank on booking some dates for Chrissy up here.
What do you think? You're better than me?
We're just both working with Frank. Just everybody working.
I can't work that Frank better.
I can't work with Frank.
Me.
You're the only one who can work with Frank.
Just
I work with Frank too.
I work with Frank more.
Remember when I was being kind of cunty because I offered to help Chrissy book gigs up here, and she just said "occur," and I told you, I go, that's fucking weird.
I would have never told anybody that.
And she's like, I'm like, oh, is she dismissive? I was just trying to help. And then Frank, a couple weeks later goes, by the way, we really like the idea of you helping us out booking shows up there. I'm like, oops, I feel like a dick.
I said that about Chrissy before, though, too. After my Simcast dates, I used to, text her personally and be like, thank you for having me on. That was a good time and stuff. And then she just won't answer me. Or I congratulated her on her wedding. I never heard back, And then she always asked me to come back on Simcast. I figure it's all good.
That's the weird thing. I'll not respond to people sometimes, too.
I don't. I feel bad.
And I never think, that person thinks I hate them now.
Right.
And then sometimes somebody will leave a one-word response to me. I'm like, well, fuck that. What the fuck did I do?
That's how I always feel. Even a close friend who I know loves me and cares about me, the one recently where I was like, she's not texting me back. It's been 3 days.
April asked me 3 days in a row, do you think so-and-so is mad at me? And I was trying really hard to be nice. I didn't yell at April. I didn't tell her to not be a retard.
But
I was thinking it.
I care.
Happy Plague Doctor with $2 says, any updates on Coach Red Pill? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. You got to remember, I'm pretty internet illiterate in terms of personalities and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trucker 18 Wheeler with $10 says, I want these people segregated. I think he means people who bother people on airplanes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. They shouldn't be allowed on planes.
30, Doc Brewski says 30 is fine. Broads don't hit the wall until 33 to 35.
God, I'm not feeling good about this.
Alex says people who annoy you. 30-year-olds.
God damn it. I'm not there yet.
Hobo Chili with $2 says, sorry, I don't I think he meant to say speak Spanish.
See, that's why Hobo's he is the man.
Yes. He's
Hobo. Very funny.
BYB Podcast says, too good for everyone. I see.
No.
Yeah, it's like shit rolls downhill. Like Chrissy or Frank doesn't respond to us on something like, oh, fine, I guess they're too big for us. And then we do it to someone like BYB, like, oh, I guess they're too big. Like everybody is like thinking that the person next to them thinks they're too big for them. And no, it's just, we all got shit going on.
Dude, for a minute there too, I've been on, I think 5 Simpcasts, and there was like several in a row kind of that I was on, like hit, boom, boom, boom. And then suddenly there's like several weeks that pass and nobody's asking me to come back. And I'm like, did I do something? And then like 2 days later, Frank messages me. It's so weird. Tim with 199 says, did you ever talk to E-Rock about your idea, Aaron? How do I say that? I'm trying to do a thing that I know E-Rock would appreciate. I reached out to E-Rock about the idea, and his reception to the idea was such that I would rather not say anything more publicly at this time. That's what I'll say. I brought it up, and the idea it wasn't rejected. I should just shut the fuck up. I should just shut my mouth. Yeah, I don't even know.
And not give things away.
You've never said anything to me.
I'll tell you after the show. It happened when I was down here prepping. SH with $10 says 30 was okay for me, April. I had my body breakdown early at 28 and my midlife crisis at 39. Okay. So you still have that to look forward to.
Well, if this means anything, I am also 28. My whole body hurts pretty much every day. Can you concur that? Yeah.
You're in bad shape.
I hurt every day. I've been in some accidents and stuff. So I've hit that part, just not a midlife crisis. What does a midlife crisis at 39 look like? A divorce?
Well,
what is that?
Let's see. I got divorced. I took up boxing and I bought a big SUV. I'd say mine's done with.
But you married me.
And I married a girl 8 years younger than me. Yep, I think mine's done. Got that out of the way.
Wow, actually. Wow.
Hold on. Got divorced, shook up my career, took up boxing, bought an expensive car, married someone 8 years younger than me.
Yeah. Well, I guess that does work.
Got my midlife crisis out of the way.
Look at me. I haven't had one yet. I actually took in 3 children, 4 if counting you, and a show and all that. Like, I haven't had crisis mode yet.
Cocktiff says, I agree with April. They should not be allowed on airplanes. Yeah, what are you guys talking about with all these
violent people in general?
Did you put SH in the drawing?
I sure did.
There you go.
Love you, SH.
What are we up to? Side dick saga incoming, says Return Trip.
Oh.
No, I promise I won't take any side dick.
Oh, you. Okay. Yeah. I swear. You know what? That hot neighbor guy still lives over there, with his parents.
I'm not interested.
We found out. Did you guys tell them?
You guys all made fun of me and said like, oh, yeah, the teenager down the street. Because I said one time
hot too.
He skateboards with his shirt off and the kid's in really good fucking shape. And I was like, that guy's in good shape.
He's
and they're like, oh, what are you fucking... kitty diddler and this and that. The guy I find out is like my age. He's he's 30.
He was like a suitable for me age.
Not suitable.
I don't do skateboarders.
Yeah, one of our neighbors told us he's 30, and I'm like, I took so much shit from our audience. I mean, it was still gay, the take I had.
He's hot, I get it, but it is weird. We both thought he was like a teenager, and he's like older than I am. It's so strange.
By the way, Hooters Girl earlier said, I just turned 35, and I think they're fine.
Oh. Yeah, Hooters Girl, you're still really hot.
Says, don't forget coloring your hair, Aaron. Shh, we won't tell. I'm not coloring my hair.
I don't color my hair.
I promise. You think this would be the best I could do? Honestly.
I have found one silver hair on Aaron, and that was like right away when we started dating, and I figured it was from the bullshit he'd been through before I showed up.
It came from my pubes. Yeah. Ty Cobb, after one beer, says, Birth of a Nation is greater than Kingdom of Heaven. $2 from Whiskey Tango Foxtrot says, be patient, April. You'll be there soon enough.
Where?
Midlife crisis.
Okay, but somebody prepare me. What does that look like? Because I don't want to be surprised.
It's different for everybody.
I don't want to be surprised.
That's what makes them so nice. Ethan says, check my Streamlabs message. Oh, for his the entry he had. Did you put Ethan in or no? Yeah, you put Ethan in already.
Yeah, but didn't he just have another one?
No, that was $2. That was finishing off from the
Sorry, Ethan, I tried to sneak you in twice.
Let's see here. I got to read Ethan's Streamlabs. Sorry about that, buddy. We'll get that up here. I have to go to recent events. So unprepared, so unprofessional.
Hey, guys, congratulations. We've hit 30.
Says, Aaron, say, I love it when April ties me up, shoves an apple in my mouth, and stuffs a loaf of bread up my ass like a good loaf piggy. There you go. I said that now. I said it.
Boy, that'd have to be a hard loaf of bread.
Guys,
either that or you're really loose.
Hit like, hit subscribe on our channel. We really do appreciate it, whether it's Rumble or YouTube. Crunchy Cynicism wants in one more time.
Oh, wow.
Says, I would never call April fat. Duh, Hobo is for sure a fatty, but I like him. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. I think somebody's been drinking, which is fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you going to do about it?
Not judging anybody.
Thank you, dear. You're so generous this evening.
I am getting very excited for Gino and Keanu's arrival about 9 days from now.
Yes, I am too. It's kind of weird to think that it's that close.
Yeah, we're getting very close. And
there's so many things I need to do before they get here. Shit.
Oz says, Oz sent me a message. He says, well, I'm 47, divorced after 20 years, so life is good apparently, but we'll be at the anniversary, sure. I think he means show.
I'm very excited Oz will be at the anniversary, sure.
God, fucking Oz is already 30 or 47.
Oh,
I've been
47?
I've been doing this show too fucking long.
That is kind of crazy.
Good Lord, man.
He has a lot of spirit, though.
Gino and I are already planning the Friday show, by the way, for next week.
I was going to ask you how that's going to go. Is it you
girls,
and Gino? And
you girls are going to nurse us back to health while we're on the air.
Okay.
Gino and I are going to burn the midnight oil on Thursday night.
Are you saying we make you breakfast?
Yeah.
And stuff?
And then we're going to have Gino on for a Rumble Friday next week. And then Gino and I are going to do that show with bloodshot eyes. And then after that, we're going to go to our tea time and we're going to golf.
Okay.
18 holes. And then we're going to go to the bar on the golf course.
Oh, my God.
And we're going to drink and we're going to eat. I think we should eat there. I think eating would be important. And then we're going to let the weekend commence from there. It's going to be
a little nervous.
It's going to be a very interesting week, I think.
Somebody in the chat just said my high score is I'm divorced at 26.
Attaboy!
See, I don't see divorce as like a bad thing anymore, though, because anyone that I know that's been divorced always ends up better than wherever they were. So I know saying congratulations is like kind of insensitive, but at the same time.
Shuli the MN, I can't say that full name, says, I'm coming to the anniversary show to steal some ideas that I can run into the ground. Oh, you should have heard the great one I had last night. The audience says you were going to steal it already. But I asked E-Rock about it, and hopefully we can put something together in the future. I don't think this is like a do it immediately type of thing. All right, if you guys want to get in, what are we at, 30-something?
31.
31 people are qualified for tonight's VIP drawing. Also, everything that comes in from now on goes towards tomorrow morning's goal. So thank you very much. Yes?
What horrific things are going to be said on that golf course, by the way?
It is a nice golf course with a classy clientele and a good bar. But I want to drink.
You know the clientele you're bringing.
I want to drink at that place. I love the deck they have that overlooks the whole course. It's so nice. Are you saying that a Dirty Guinea and his girlfriend are not okay to be at a nice place?
I'm not okay at a nice place.
Let me go ahead.
I yell profanity at the balls.
Let's call Gino and tell him what you had to say about him here.
No.
You don't think it's...
I lumped myself in.
Let's see here. Let's see if he never answers, so don't worry. Gray Duckling says, I want in on both platforms. $10. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
He's in for tonight's VIP. Gino's probably drinking and will not answer the phone, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Does he golf? Is he good?
He says he can get around 100, so he'll be fine. He'll
How about
fine.
her? How's Keanu?
I don't know if she's actually going to golf.
Her and I are just going to share clubs.
I don't know if you guys are just going to share a cart or what the deal is.
We'll share something.
Not really sure. Well, probably chlamydia. Gray Duckling says, I'll see you at Oak Hills Hill. I don't know which one Oak Hill is.
Okay. You almost can't tell people which course we're going to and when, because now we're going to get listeners coming to watch us golf. Like they'll try to golf around us or something.
We'll see you guys at Territory. Next Friday, probably around noon. We'll see you guys on the course. All right, I have another crazy woman going apeshit on a plane. I'm going to assume that this one's white because the tirade that they went on was over being denied a glass of wine. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this one's
Italian.
probably a whitey. Woman banned from United Airlines after wine uproar forced a landing. So
you're right. We can't have women on flights.
I'm telling you, not only was she upset and threw a tantrum on the plane, but it was so bad that they had to bring the plane down for an emergency landing. Let's check this one out. Oh, I have to play it on TikTok. Yay!
Sit down. We're gonna land the plane. You're gonna go in handcuffs.
Let's do it.
Sit down now.
She said,
Sit down.
She's accusing
Now.
me.
Sit down.
Should we divert the flight?
Sit down.
Can you just sit down? Take your seat.
That is so scary.
Listen. Sit
Now,
down.
is that an air marshal? Is that a male flight attendant?
He works for the airline. He would not be talking like that if he didn't.
Well, I know he works for the airline, but is it like a marshal? Is it a? Because I didn't think flight attendants had the balls on them.
I think
that.
if it's a serious enough situation, they might have been given the go to have the balls.
Like one of the women on board
Like-
might have said, "Go be scary to her."
That shit to me sounds like a dad yelling at a kid. Like that makes me nervous.
She's accusing
Now.
me.
Sit down.
Should we divert the flight?
Sit down.
Can you just sit down? Take your seat.
Now.
Let's go.
Listen.
Oh, that's a flight attendant.
Yeah, he has the vest on.
Get your seat.
Disrupt the whole entire aircraft.
Sit down.
He's
now.
She's accusing me.
Sit down. We don't care. Sit down. Do you understand me? Sit down.
So okay, I'm going to criticize.
Jesus.
I'm going to criticize the guy at this point. This approach is not working. Let's try something else because
Yeah.
you're annoying everyone on the flight.
You know full well though that they're not supposed to really touch people because suddenly they can do stuff to you.
But his line of attack is actually becoming as obnoxious as her being a drunken bitch. Like his sit down. I said sit down. Bro, it's not working.
It's definitely raising blood pressures all over
Yeah.
the plane.
Now I'm stressed out. I'm on an airplane. I'm in a tin can in the sky, and you're stressing me the fuck out. I can deal with a drunk bitch being obnoxious. What I can't deal with is just loud shouting inside this bouncy acoustic nightmare of a cylinder that we're inside of.
Part of me, the more videos like this I watch, the more I think to myself, I really should just sedate myself for the entire flight just in case this happens so
Just
I don't
crash
notice it.
out, yeah.
Right. Why don't we just sleep through the flights?
I don't mind watching. I like getting caught up on watching stuff.
I don't.
On an
I
airplane.
like looking at windows. I don't like looking at this.
Like a 3-hour flight, I can time that. I'm like, oh, that's 3 episodes of a show I'm watching. Or, hey, that's a long
Oh,
movie. Like,
that's what you mean.
yeah, like I can watch Goodfellas or Casino, and
so
then
can
I'm there.
But I could also just take a nap.
Fair enough. But you're talking to a drunk white woman who wants another glass of wine. This isn't like we've all been to college or partied in high school enough to know that this is a woman you have to put your 2 hands on the shoulders, sit her down in the seat, and you have to get the duct tape or whatever restraints they use on that flight, and you have to pin this woman to her seat
Zip ties.
so you can get everybody to their destination. Diverting the flight over a crazy white woman wanting a glass of wine really would piss me off, not only at the woman, but at the airline too, for not being able to get this little nothing under control so that we can go to where we want to go.
I agree with you. I think instead of diverting the flight, they should be just restraining the shit out of her.
Yeah.
I don't care what they do to you. Zip tie you, duct tape you. I don't care.
And
And,
look-
then you should be arrested when we land. But I do understand that the reason they divert flights and stuff is not only for safety reasons, but it kind of is supposed to deter people from doing that again. But you shouldn't be flying again anyways.
Yeah, I think the airline's got to handle that better. And like you said, putting your hands on a little white woman is dangerous because they, complain and they say, "Oh, he touched my tit." Or
Yeah,
he-
they'll say that he groped you.
something like that. So I understand
He grabbed my
that part.
pussy.
He grabbed my pussy. You wish he did.
My pussy was hanging out and he grabbed it.
Sit down.
Why are you making
Sit down.
Why are you causing such a scene?
Because she's accusing me.
She's not accusing you of being
Yes, she did.
Oh, wait, the gay one here is not the one yelling. He's the gay one going, "Why are you causing such a scene?" See, I think in this instance, the gay guy might have a better approach than the guy, "Sit down!"
I don't agree with you. That guy is the one yelling.
No, I don't think that's the guy yelling. That's the gay dude.
Agree to disagree.
Let's see.
Sit down and stay there. Sit down. We're gonna call.
He was yelling.
Was he really?
Take you to jail.
Sit down.
She's accusing
Now.
me.
Sit down.
No, that's not that guy.
Sit down.
Can you just sit down? Take your seat.
Yeah, see, no, that's a different guy. I think the guy holding the phone is yelling, "Sit down." or someone near the phone is yelling, sit down, because this guy's
So you
talking
think
all gay while the other guy's yelling.
You think a passenger, like a fellow
Yes.
passenger, screaming at her because he doesn't want his flight diverted?
Right.
Okay.
Let's go. Listen, sit down.
Let's land.
Get your seat. Sit down now.
She's accusing me.
Sit down. We don't care. Sit down. Do you understand me? Sit down. Sit down.
Why are you making
Sit down.
Why are you causing such a scene?
Because she's accusing me.
She's not accusing you of being
Yes, she did.
All right, sit down and stay there. Sit down. We're gonna land somewhere else if you're gonna have the cops take you to jail.
he just go, all right, fuck it, fine, that's what we're doing then.
And we're going to call the police and have you arrested.
We're going to divert this entire plane and have you arrested.
She's saying, oh, she accused me. I don't know what she's accusing her of, but there's not an accusation.
She accused her of being too drunk to have another glass of wine.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what this is all about.
There's not anything. I don't want to be that drunk that I'm like then going to cause a scene somewhere.
Nobody is that drunk but a 21-year-old on move-in weekend. Nobody is that
They can't afford
drunk.
flights.
You're going to jail. Is that what you want to happen? There is a way. Everybody's watching what you're doing. I don't care. Sit down. Came on the plane with wine. I was nice enough.
Oh, she came on the plane with wine.
Oh.
So she had a drink from somewhere and she brought it on the plane so they wouldn't serve her on the plane.
Yeah, I was going to
I
say,
get
like,
that.
worst case, then shut the fuck up and drink your own wine.
Yeah.
Or just give them the wine to throw away and then take their wine.
I mean,
I don't know.
whenever I drink at an airport before a flight, I make sure
finish it.
I down it at the bar and then
You and
I go
I-
on the plane.
You and I, last time we flew out to Vegas, we were sat down at some nachos and a couple bourbons, right?
Yeah.
And that last bourbon, we had to get to our flight, and both of us were just trying to finish it back and forth, like, get it going.
Yeah.
You don't bring it on.
No, don't bring it on the plane because
No.
then they're going to know you're a lush.
Right.
You know, got 2 extra Fultons out of that flight because of the get down in the drink at the bar.
Are you okay?
I'm drunk.
I was nice enough to let you on the aircraft. I could have let you stay in Houston. This is how you're going to treat me?
How do you have this little sense of awareness for
I don't know.
everything around you? How do you not have a sense of shame? This is amazing that people like this exist. And not only that, there seems to be an unending supply of these people. And then you got people who are levels worse than that, where they think like their gender and their sexuality should be any of our business.
Right.
So you've got this woman, then you've got levels above this, and there seem to be an unending supply of all of them.
The limit does not exist.
The limit does not exist. I don't know how you can be on a plane full of people, even if you are drunk, and be this embarrassing and be totally oblivious to it.
This to me
And feel you're in the right.
This to me is another example, just like the last woman, of somebody who cannot function in society, and you can kind of just do away with her now.
No fly list. Done. Gone existing.
I agree. When it comes to flying, you screw up one time, it's a no-fly list for you.
Gone
I
existing.
would say the same for me. If I was doing this, I shouldn't be there, right?
I agree.
In the cup, but you drank some. We're going to divert this, and you're going to go to jail.
We're gonna divert you.
So now anyone who's on this plane and has like a business meeting or something they need to get to
A
is going to miss
vacation.
it. I mean,
They've
a
got
vacation
plans.
too. Yeah.
These people all have plans, no matter how stupid they are.
This stalls you out by what? At least 3 hours?
Minimum.
Minimum.
At
3
minimum,
hours.
because you have to deplane. You've probably got to like get going again. You got to fuel up again.
You got to figure out a connecting flight.
A connecting flight.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a nightmare. I'd say at minimum 3 hours.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah, and now this flight attendant has to take care of the people who are now going to yell at her, and he's got to settle them down. And oh my god.
Well, these people, these poor desperate people, are probably like, "Can you just restrain her and not divert this plane right now?"
And this is one of those big ass planes too that has the divider. and
That
all
looks like
so
a
it's
Delta flight.
Huge flight.
Yeah.
Because she's stuck.
I helped you get on the aircraft. I helped you. And this is how you're going to treat me. I did. You were crying and I gave you a hug because you told me you were having anxiety. and I hugged you, and I knew you were drinking wine, and you're not allowed to. And I still got you on the airplane.
Oh, shit. If she has anxiety. Now, I know all white women have anxiety. That's their new thing. All of them have anxiety. When
I don't think that's new for their.
They all have anxiety when it's convenient. Everyone's got a condition now whenever they misbehave. But if she's got legit anxiety and she's taking medication and then drinking wine on top of it, then that's a white girl mess.
Well, actually, that should put you extra to sleep, though.
She's fighting it.
If you're on anti-anxiety meds and you're drinking, you should be sleeping.
Well, then she's just a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Children, families on board. So, okay, we got your point. Okay?
Yeah, I was going to say, quit talking to her.
And now you have to sit there on a plane with those people and you have no idea how much they're staring at you.
Oh.
You have no concept of
yeah.
the level of embarrassment you're creating for yourself. She sits in it fine. She's totally okay.
A sober person, let's say you were anxious getting on that flight, which is not, by the way, uncommon for anybody flying. A lot of people get anxious flying. Now you've got everybody angry with you and you have an arrest looking forward to look forward to when you get down there. Your anxiety is going to turn into panic now.
Optic Nerve says worst would be the person heading home after their vacation. You just want to go
That's
home.
true. Because you've already left. It's all downhill from there.
Cocktiff says they should all get one shot at her. I'd be okay with it.
I feel like, they should all just kind of corner her somewhere and scare the shit out of her.
This Hobo Chili says this is why there needs to be the ability to jettison someone out of a plane like on a spaceship. Well, that'd be fun.
Kind of a brilliant idea.
Yeah, ejector seats and everything.
Look
You know
at
how many
Hobo.
people would sign up to fly on those airlines because you're guaranteed that any problem gets dealt with? Delta'd with. And they just, the new jettison button.
And
as
then-
long as it's not like the group on the plane can, choose as a crowd.
You said that she'd get delted with.
Yeah.
And then after she's delted with, there'd be nothing left but a spirit.
And
of
the whole
her
plane would be united against her.
as they venture into the frontier. I don't know.
Look, I really I like Hobo's idea. I think it's great. I think we should embrace it. 100%. I think we should embrace Hobo's idea
It's brilliant.
of jettisoning people off an aircraft. What did we get to? We got about a half hour before we draw tonight for
32.
our new VIP. 32 people qualified. If you'd like to qualify for our VIP drawing, that's how you do it. You can choose a $100 prize. You can just cash it out. You get 3 shirts. You get the hoodie. You get the stickers. You get 2 tickets to every live event we do. You get entered in a $100 drawing every month, but you can take the cash if you want to. I want to leave that option open. I recommend the VIP, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
Off we go.
It's your money.
On to more stories. Elk Grove husband, this is, I believe, Illinois, Elk Grove, arrested for allegedly poisoning his wife with fentanyl, leading to her death. How bad do you need a bitch dead? That you're like, you know what? I don't want there to be any chance that they pump her stomach or, that they do anything that might possibly revive this chick.
I want you to feel safe and sound and secure for a second. I don't like the thought of poisoning somebody or drugging them so that they would die like a fentanyl overdose or something. It terrifies me. That's a scary thing to do.
Okay.
And it's too gross for me. I could never do it.
Where's the butt?
No, there is no
Okay,
butt.
good.
No, I'm telling you, that's why you should feel okay. I could never do this.
All right, well,
I don't have the
good.
stomach for it.
I'm glad that that's the only reason why you wouldn't poison me to death.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do reserve the right to poison you to death. I'm not saying I couldn't do it. I just want to keep you on your toes. That's all. April, I'm going to give you a piece of advice right now. In any negotiation, you never put your cards on the table first, ever. Because now I can hold on to my poison card and be like, I'll probably never play this in my life, but she doesn't know that.
I'm having weird pains in my arm now.
That's called a warning shot.
Yeah,
that's just a paralytic agent. That will be fine.
Kind of afraid.
You're going to droop a little bit. You'll be fine. I've already called a paramedic. So you never tell someone that you wouldn't poison them. They should always in the back of their head wonder a little bit.
See, I thought I was doing a nice thing as a partner.
No,
but
I wouldn't have advised you to do that. Even if I was the one benefiting from that statement.
Can I get a retraction? Or can I get traction?
It's traction. Yeah, it's just traction.
Can I get traction?
Yes, you can have traction.
Thank you.
There you go. I give you traction. Here we go. Let's watch this. What does a woman have to do to get a man to fentanyl her to death? But by the way, my first guess is just, kind of be a little cunty that day.
How about the fact that his last name is Ming and not hers? What the hell?
Are they pulling a gag on us? That's Curtis Ming, and that's Marley Ginter. To quote Billy Bob Thornton, come on, are you fucking with me?
That's the real story. I mean,
her name is Curtis?
No, his name is Curtis,
but
that's Marley. Curtis is a dude, Marley's a girl.
All right, let's check it out. From Asian man's name and Asian lady with white woman's name. Let's check it out.
His wife with the deadly drug in January. They arrested him yesterday.
CBS 13 Shantae Passmore is getting answers in the investigation.
What's wrong with her spine?
Shantae Passmore.
Shantae. That's what they told her when she was a high school basketball player. And that's where she got her. Yeah, that's her Native American name. She was a really good point guard. Okay. She was Shantae Passmore. She's got some spinal problems, though.
So she was going to be a dude, so they had the name Sean picked out, and then it turned out to be a girl. Turned into Shantae.
Why is she leaning like Tower 7, though? That's what I want to know. This is an inside job.
Because those big old tits making her front heavy.
Fucking tits are making her wobble to the side.
Yeah, where there's this for sale sign. This is the last known address for the couple. It's not known right now whether the wife died inside, but what is clear.
Does it matter?
Kind of. Like,
If I'm the realtor, I say, nah.
Well.
I know you have to disclose that, don't you?
Yeah, you do. If there's been murders in that house, you have to tell people.
That sucks.
Because, God, that'd be so screwy for me, I guess. Like, if I found a home that was like perfect for me and I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm buying this house. And then somebody said, yeah, there's a murder of like a family of 6 in here. And I'm like, ooh.
I'd still live in it. I don't give a shit if someone was murdered in a house. I don't care.
It's the thought of it that counts for me. I know there's no like spirits around or anything, but like.
You can't catch murder.
What if there were kids that died in there? I just feel like the house is bad luck now.
Bad luck? The guy, it's not like they slipped and fell down the stairs. He put fentanyl in their food and they ate it.
Could you not yell?
I'm just saying that there's no rational reason to not buy that house, especially if they're going to put it at a reduced price.
You can show me the most perfect family home for us. And if there was a mass murder in it, I'm not going.
Okay, what do you consider mass murder?
I think what the news considers mass murder is anything more than one.
Ugh, such a low bar.
I know.
Bullshit.
It should be like 6, right?
You're a coward. Yeah, it's got to be like some Jim Jones level shit.
When you say mass murder, I don't feel like that should be a twofer.
Yeah. Unless you die unless you are killed at church, then one's fine. Then it's technically a mass murder. Because you see. Now, you know what happens if you're on a ship and you fall out of the crow's nest? If someone pushes you out, you know what that is? That's a masked murder. You know what happens if you're a luchador and you die in the ring? It's a masked murder. That's a masked murder.
Yeah.
You know what happens if someone puts tape around you and you can't breathe anymore? It's a masking murder. Masking tape. You know what happens when someone just throws numbers at you until it overloads your brain and it just explodes and you die? See, that's a math murder.
Can feel myself drying up.
You know what? Hey, also, you know what else is a math murder?
What?
When you kill a shitload of people, but you have a terrible lisp.
So when like Mike Tyson does it.
It's a math murder. Yeah.
Math murder.
Just thinking of a few more. That's all.
That's
all right.
Fine.
You know what?
What? No, I think you should keep going.
I'll think about it.
I don't think so.
Away we go.
No.
You know what it's you know what it's called when you murder someone by smothering them with your sweaty anus? It's a swass murder.
You know what it's called when you murder somebody with a drink from Starbucks that's green?
What?
A matcha murder.
That has nothing to do with what the fuck we were doing.
It's an M.
It's got to be
There's no more.
Ass or ath or ath. You and I were just doing different things, clearly. Now I just feel like
you know what happens when
I feel like I've been lied to this whole time.
You know what happens when somebody murders you with a thing that's used to start fires?
What?
A match murder.
Better.
I hate
Better.
you. On record, I hate you.
You know what happens when you open the top door of a submarine and you hit someone in the head and they die? It's a hatch murder.
That's not an M.
That's rhymes with match.
I don't care.
Continuing on.
According to loved ones,
nose of the plane, meet ground.
Is that they saw red flags right away.
Oh my God. Homosexual Indians? Oh, red flags. Red flags. Oh. See, I thought they were talking about, I thought a family of homosexual Native Americans had moved into the house. I'm
done. I'm gone existed after this.
You know what I found at the beach one time? It was really strange. I was just looking through the rocks and everything. Found some red agates. Sorry.
I found a bundle of sticks once out back.
Great.
A mother, a sister, a friend. This is our first look at 49-year-old Jennifer Floyd Smith.
Oh, no. What is it with Floyds and fentanyl these days? Jesus Christ.
Just runs with the name.
These poor Floyds just can't stay away from the fent no matter what it is.
The whole band is going down next.
Oh, yeah.
Friends say the world lost a bright star. A bizarre case.
I don't think so.
One involving lacing food with...
You know, there's a cover band for Pink Floyd, but they're all from China. You know what the name is? Well, I think you get it. There's a band from Somalia that covers Pink Floyd songs. You know what their name is? Stink Floyd.
I don't think you can say that.
You
YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, I disavow.
You don't know why.
I truly, what they like stink in basketball or something?
Yeah,
or
that's exactly it.
I'm trying to help you here, bud.
That's all.
Fentanyl amid a marriage ending, according to someone close to Floyd Smith. On January 12, Elk Grove investigators say Glennis Smith called for help.
Wow. So a Floyd poisoned someone with fentanyl.
Real quick, 1 second.
Okay, go ahead. You can say that on the air.
No, I can't.
April wanted to know why this gentleman's nose looked... You muted me. April wanted to know why it looked like this man's nose could cause a black hole. That's all.
After his wife became unconscious and had stopped breathing. But just the day before, detectives learned
that the victim had been transported to a local hospital the day before.
She had complained of an allergic reaction.
You got to give him this, though. He did stay with his family. I mean, that's good.
That is true. He was a father there for his whole family.
I mean, come on.
In a time of need, actually.
Let's not shit on the guy.
To food. Detectives claim her husband put fentanyl in her food twice without her knowledge. The second time...
Okay, wait a minute. Where did this bitch develop such a tolerance to fentanyl? Isn't that something where if the cops find it and they don't have gloves on, they got to take a Narcan shot?
Yeah, typically you even breathe that shit in by a car or something.
This woman's eating fentanyl and she's coming out of it on the other side alive.
I think you're missing the forest for the trees here. She stayed with a dude after he put fentanyl in her food.
Did they know that it was fentanyl or what?
Yes, she just said.
So they know she knew the first time and went back.
And put fentanyl in her food twice without her knowledge. The second time turned deadly.
No, see,
how'd she know
remember
about
the first time she thought she had a food allergy.
That's a pretty severe food allergy, okay?
I spoke with two people closest to Floyd Smith. They didn't want to go on camera, but told me she was planning to leave her estranged husband after 5 years of marriage. Red flags included constantly checking her whereabouts. They claim their relationship sometimes got physical, but mostly emotionally abusive. At the time of her death, police say they responded.
Boy, what a bunch of like gossipy bitches that don't want to go on the news. Boy, are people scared shitless of this guy.
Well, he drugs people.
Yes.
That's a sneaky one, too. You don't need much in there.
Hey, Mrs. Jenkins, you want to have a hot dog? You don't like hot dogs? Why don't you eat one of my fucking hot dogs, bitch?
To the couple's home, but Smith primarily lived there. Months later, the story takes a turn. Police say an arson investigation began after the couple's travel trailer caught on fire at an area self-storage. The result, investigators determine Smith set it on fire. After months of investigating, detectives arrested Smith Wednesday.
This guy seems remarkably joyless. as a human being.
So wait, he was under investigation and in custody, but still managed to kill his wife?
No. Okay. The way I'm understanding it is that I don't know.
Proud of our officers that responded that morning and our detectives and the approach that they took. All of that in hopes of obviously, hopefully bringing some peace and justice to the family of the victim.
So wait a minute. They didn't know that he poisoned her until after the camper trailer fire, whatever it was?
No, that can't be true because he was under investigation then.
Let's one more time.
Trailer caught on fire. Story takes a turn. Police say an arson investigation responded to the couple's home, but Smith primarily lived there. Months later, the story.
So months after her death.
Okay, but if she dies of a fent overdose, they're going to know why she died. And if she didn't have a documented drug problem,
that is.
I mean, they're not going to look at the husband. That's a strange.
Does that mean the cops did a shitty job of handling her death?
I absolutely think so because there's toxicology reports all the time from the ME that's going to tell you like, oh yeah, she definitely died of a fent overdose. We couldn't save her. And and then the next logical question is, okay, husband, did she have a drug problem?
Right.
And he was the estranged husband. You're not going to look at him?
So they fucked up.
Wow.
Takes a turn. Police say an arson investigation began after the couple's travel trailer caught on fire at an area self-storage. The result, investigators determine Smith set it on fire. After months of investigating, detectives arrested Smith Wednesday.
So last Wednesday, they've arrested this guy. So he's gotten away with it for all these months. So he set a fucking camper trailer on fire after he killed his wife. Aren't you living like a monk after you do something like that and just trying to keep as low profile as possible?
I thought so. You could have danced off into the sunset instead you start fires.
Oh, man.
He wanted to get caught.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this man possesses terrible judgment.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think that's a really hot take.
Hot takes today.
Really consider, taking that
Lots
back.
of hot takes on this program. They call me Hot Take Imholt.
Out of our
Hot
officers that responded that morning.
No, that would be that man's black nostrils.
I never said that.
And our detectives and the approach that they took, all of that in hopes of obviously, hopefully bringing some peace and justice to the family of the victim.
Yeah, after you guys dropped the ball really bad. Yeah, she died in January, and they just arrested this dude.
She barely made it into this year, guys.
A wife and mother who had never shown a drug problem in the past drops dead of fentanyl, and you just believe the husband when he goes, oh, yeah, she must have just gotten into it. I don't know.
Yeah, she was 50, almost 50.
Like when most people pick up their fentanyl habit.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I can't decide if she's hot or not.
Right now, Smith faces multiple charges, including murder, arson, and insurance fraud. Again, Jen's friends and family declined to talk to us, clearly too heartbroken, but we are expecting to hear from them tomorrow after the suspect is expected to make his first court appearance.
Yeah, they all want to make sure he's not getting out.
Insurance fraud, doubly, I bet, because of the wife's death.
And the trailer. Yeah, he claimed both of them for money.
I bet the next step was lighting his house on fire if he hadn't gotten caught.
Right.
Or his car.
What a fuck. That guy was busy, man.
You're doing the most to get out of having a job.
Rupert with $9.99 says, yeah, what are the chances that 2 murders happen at that house?
You don't know, Rupert.
We have no idea.
Rupert 112.
Stranger things have happened. Oh, some people really liked my World Trade Center 7 line on that reporter. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
Somebody said women be Fenton.
Women be Fenton. That is a common refrain these days.
I don't ever want to be Fenton.
Let me go to, we got a couple more people qualifying for the VIP drawing tonight. Let's get to those. You guys are not very far off from, I think you're 7 away from a second drawing. Thanks for these plane stories tonight. I'm hopping on a plane tomorrow for vacation. Have a good rest of the week. $20. Let's put him in twice. And let's put Kevin F in twice as well.
Okay.
So I think 3 more qualifications, and we're going to do
thanks, guys.
2 drawings. So thank you guys very, very much. And we are now $100 into tomorrow's goal. Thanks, everybody. That's very, very keen of you. Very cool. Very nice. Very kind.
We're at 37.
Of everyone. 37 qualifiers. All right. And you guys are around 350 people checking out the show at the moment. That's pretty good for, 10, 15 minutes left in the program. All right. I got to pick between the rest of these stories because I got time for 1 or 2 more. Oh, we got to do this since we had the Kingdom of Heaven thing on the, what do you call that? The thumbnail for tonight's episode. Leprosy is making a comeback. Isn't that something?
No.
Leprosy's back.
No, it's not.
Hey, all old things become new again. Everything comes back around.
It's fine.
Did you know a few years ago, a couple decades ago, tuberculosis started rearing its ugly head? Ironically, as illegal immigration got more and more prevalent, we started seeing more and more TB.
Whatever do you mean?
Yeah, something that was already pretty much eradicated in this country and pretty well treatable at this point. They brought TB back in, and they're even worried about super TB. That perhaps if immigrants bring it into this country and then it starts mixing in with our resistance to tuberculosis,
it's going to create.
In order to keep itself alive, that disease will then have to morph and evolve. Mutate, and we'll get super TB. Ain't that something? We got to keep that border open. Otherwise, you're just not being very nice.
Well, maybe that border could give us better immune systems, Aaron.
Perhaps. I mean, you got to
look on the bright side here.
Totally drug-resistant TB. That's what they're worried about.
Isn't that where your lungs just bleed out eventually because you're coughing so much?
Yeah. Well, no, you're
your
literally
shit's collapsing
lungs,
in there. Your
fall apart.
Your pockets and stuff are hardening.
You lose lung tissue.
Isn't it when your stuff in there, like the mucus that's in your little sacs in your lungs, gets hardened and stuff like that?
Yes. It's a horrible way to die.
Please do tell why the super tube. I almost said super tube.
Super tube, yes.
Is coming around.
Extremely drug-resistant tuberculosis and is, as the name implies, highly resistant to the standard treatments. HIV weakens the immune system, increasing the risk of TB in people with HIV. What a wonderful way to die.
Why'd we bring HIV into this?
Because if you get TB and you already have HIV, you are super fucked.
Stop getting HIV, you guys.
Super fucked. SH says, so super TB and super gonorrhea, super cool. Yeah. But leprosy now making a comeback. Leprosy, of course, a disease that you used to get, and then we'd wrap your hands, we'd put a mask on your face, and we'd send you off to a leper colony. We literally had leper colonies where we just took people with leprosy and said, get the fuck out of here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
It was a camp.
Yeah, a leper island they would have. And just send them there.
That could be the new use for Epstein Island when we all get leprosy.
Put all the lepers in there. So now we've got new lepers, and they're in Florida. Cases of leprosy, an infectious disease that's been around since ancient times, have increased dramatically in Florida. And health experts fear the infectious disease is now endemic to the Sunshine State. Central Florida accounts for nearly 1/5 of all cases in the U.S., and 81% of the cases reported in Florida. So just you trash in Central Florida are just putting TB all over each other. But what the hell are you doing?
Where's the leprosy coming from? What is that? Where's it coming from?
Can I make a guess?
No, Aaron, this isn't your show.
Will the audience guess with me? There's a country I'm thinking of where maybe the leprosy is coming from. I want to see if anyone in the chat agrees with me before I give you my guess.
Lebanon.
Mel Gibson, after 12 beers, says bubonic plagues back in Los Angeles. Yeah, and San Francisco also.
God, what a great time to be alive.
Guatemala. No, I wasn't thinking Guatemala.
Puerto Rico?
Could be right. Wow, nobody's guessing with. I was going to say Haiti. I was going to say the leprosy is coming from Haiti, but I could be wrong.
Leperonia.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there's a couple. CK Benzona, Stevie J, Nicole Magenta. They're all saying Haiti. All right.
Galilee.
It's all coming from Galilee. King Baldwin IV could be the reason.
Do you want to watch Kingdom of Heaven tonight?
Don't tease me. Don't tease me. Is this a real offer? I can watch. You want to watch Kingdom of Heaven this evening? Oh, you whore, bitch, slut, cunt.
Try it again.
Oh, she doesn't want to watch Kingdom of Heaven.
One more time.
Director's cut. Oh, my God. Kingdom of Heaven over SVU. Boy, I'm on a roll. I got to finish that current episode we're on.
It's a banger, isn't
Yeah.
it? Some dude put shit on his dick that made some chick had an abortion.
Guy put misoprostol on his dick and fucked her after he got her pregnant to kill the baby. Told her it was love potion number 9.
He came over twice because she called the second time as a setup to say, hey, that baby lived.
Saying that,
He's like, okay, I can give it to you one more time.
Yeah, I can give you a little more dicking, as it were. I'll give you a little misoprostol on my dick. Oh, man. Thank you very much to Gray Duckling. Says, how many entries do I have? That's 8 more entries for Gray Duckling.
Oh, my God, dude.
So thank you very much, buddy.
If that's 8, 9, 10. You got
that would
10.
be 10. 10 entries for Gray Duckling
God,
the
dude.
VIP end of things. So we're drawing twice then, aren't we?
My hand is cramping.
If you guys want to jump in, there's going to be 2 different VIP drawings now, and you've got 5 minutes to get your stuff in. $10, PayPal, Super Chat. I did not see that coming. We're now going to draw twice.
What a nice guy.
For the VIP. Thank you to Gray Duckling. And we're 2 likes away on YouTube from 100, so go ahead and hit like. Same thing on Rumble. Go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. So how many qualifiers are we up to now?
Can you give me a second?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 45. We're up to at the moment. So that would be, we are now 115 into tomorrow's goal. Also, because now everything over 40 goes to tomorrow's goal. Holy shit, I had to do math. Thank you guys very much. So, 2 VIP drawings, and you can only win once. We're going to make sure it's 2 different winners each time. Fair is fair. So, there you go. If you want to get into this drawing, your odds just went up by double because of Gray Duckling. Wow. So, in
Thank you, Gray Duckling.
in
That's
5 minutes, we're going to do that drawing, and we're 115. So, tomorrow, we're at, 235? For tomorrow's goal? Wow, that's a win-win. So it's less than an evening show goal.
You guys can
tomorrow
do it.
morning. And we're going to do another one of these tomorrow night also.
What?
So there's your chances. So anyway, back to Leprosy before Gray Duckling went fucking
I'm
bananas.
scared. I don't want this.
Central Florida accounts for nearly 1/5 of all cases, also known as Hansen's disease. Mbop. Leprosy is usually spread during lengthy person-to-person contact through airborne droplets from the nose and mouth of an infected person.
So you don't even have to touch them. It's just like if you and I sat in this room together talking for a long time.
Here's what I'm guessing. I'm going to guess homeless people congregating in those tent villages, and they're just picking up all kinds of dirty, disgusting, nasty shit diseases, just like bubonic plague in San Francisco. And they're sharing needles, and they're coughing on each other, and they're shitting and pissing and farting in the same place. And they're all giving each other leprosy. Now, historically, leprosy has been uncommon in the U.S., and most cases have come from people who immigrated from countries where the disease is more common. But since 2000, cases of leprosy have gradually increased. Oh, weird. Kind of like how people immigrating to the U.S. since 2000 seems to go up unchecked. It's incredible.
Almost just seems like we should stay out of each other's countries.
So COVID, which was little more than a nasty flu, that we have to shut down the borders for, can't come in, we got to kick you out, we don't want you getting people sick. But fucking leprosy, we won't shut down the borders for. This country fucking sucks. Anyone who believes a fucking word these people tell you about why they do anything. If you don't, I'm at the point now where when they tell me what they're doing and why they're doing, I just automatically assume it's for another reason.
Don't you want a little excitement in life?
I do. But not leprosy.
Don't you want to roll the dice, taking a trip down to Florida, seeing if you'll get leprosy or not?
The CDC reveals that about 34% of the cases reported from 2015 and 2020 were locally acquired as opposed to travel-related cases. Leprosy is caused by the bacteria who gives a shit. It affects a person's skin, eyes, mucous membranes, and nerves, causing disfiguring sores and nerve damage.
Ew. Oh, God.
Yeah.
There's pictures.
Turns your skin black.
Oh, are they blaming armadillos?
Yeah, armadillos are known to carry the bacteria that causes leprosy. All right,
it's
fine.
It's the new pangolin.
Then you know what we're doing? We're nuking armadillos. That's what we're doing. It's actually also the name of my band.
How about we just stop touching armadillos? What are they hurting? They kept the leprosy to themselves.
So you got homeless Haitians fucking armadillos. That's what I'm going with for leprosy in Florida. Rexstart parody account, April. Go ahead and throw him in the 2 drawings.
Thank you.
That we have tonight. Oh my God, we got 3 minutes before the drawing takes place. So if you want to get involved in the 2 drawings for our VIPs that we're giving away today, go ahead and jump in the next 2 minutes. There's all the links in the chat. Whoops, I lost the Rumble chat. There we go. Now in the Rumble chat.
Are we cute?
There you are. Are you and I cute?
Do you ever look at us on the screen and be like, is that okay to look at?
I happen to believe that we're adorable. I do. I look at a lot of the guys who do podcasts. Like if I looked at myself, just no curve, I would go, oh, dude, you need some work. But then I look at other people who do podcasts that are around the same as us statistically. I'd be like, wow, this is sad for them, but I'm the best looking guy out of this bunch. And that's not good.
See, it's harder for me because there's a lot of really hot girls out there
Name
podcasting.
2.
Chrissy Mayer and Zia Anderson.
I believe that you are more attractive than now. Both of those,
I would watch your damn mouth.
Both of those women, very good-looking women, lucky guys. Anyone who's with them, I would take my wife over the 2 of those. I would. First of all, you and Zia basically look like sisters.
She got way better tits now.
Fake tits though. Got to look out. You got those weird high nipples. Got to be careful of those fake tits. They come at a price. Mel Gibson, after 12 beers, says Zia Anderson's tits should be in a museum. I think they were, frankly. I'm not shitting on her. Relax.
Okay.
Put Cody in twice for that drawing. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. And also, by the way, if you win this VIP drawing, you also can just claim 2 tickets to the anniversary show next week. So that's kind of good timing.
I'm also going to start trying to get these prizes from last night out as soon as I can.
Yes.
Bear with me. I will get to your messages. I promise you.
Stoney's is going to drop off the gift cards tomorrow, so they'll be able to get out to people by the anniversary show.
I think I have Midlands.
And Midland Armory is going to get their stuff to us.
No, I have theirs.
As well. Yeah, but all right. Well, they're going to get the package for us this next week or so. Let's go to the number generator. We got to draw for these 2. April, officially, how many do we have now? 47?
8.
48.
There's one up here.
Okay, so that's holy shit, 130 ahead of tomorrow. Thank you guys very, very much.
Thank
All
you.
right, so we got to go 1 to 48, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 to 48. Let's put that up on the screen for you guys. Let's go ahead and give it a spin. Let's see where it ends up.
Why are you doing a hand check?
I'm doing a hand check because I'm nervous.
Mine's in my pants.
Oh, shit. Number 2. Tim B. Picking up the W. Number 2 with the first win. Now, April, what I want you to do is remove both of Tim's.
Okay.
Remove both of them. So now we're at 46. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a new thing.
Congrats, Tim.
And we're going to go 1 to 46. We're going to cut out all of Tim's qualifiers here. Let's see if Tim is in the chat to see that he won.
I know for sure he's messaged me a whole
Oh, by the way,
before.
Gray Duckling is in. Put Gray Duckling in for 2 more.
Well,
that just came in.
Then go back to 48.
Then we'll leave it at 48. Okay, there we go. Gray Duckling is in.
Thank you.
At 48. There we go. Tim is here and he won. Zen Rhino says, no, it's still 48. I just left it at 48 for Gray Duckling.
Yeah, he's back in now.
We're okay. We got it. We're fine. All right. Ready for another spin?
Mm-hmm.
Leaving it at 48. And off we go. Spin it up one last time. $24. April's got to do some counting. That's literally right in the middle. Oh,
it's going to have to be him, right? Because we're moving it down to?
Yep. We got 48 people.
So if that was the old 20, this is the new 20.
Yep, there you go.
So 1, 2, 3.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is the winner of the second VIP There we go.
Congrats,
40,
guys.
number 24 out of 48, right smack dab in the middle. And we got Tim B and we got Whiskey Tango Foxtrot all getting their VIP. They're saying Gray Duckling got screwed.
Maybe.
Not at all. No, because it would have been crunchy cynicism if we had kept Tim B in. But you got to remove the winner from the other one.
Make sure you message me. Let me know if you want the VIP pack or the money. And if you want the money, tell me if you want a check or Venmo, please.
Yes. And Gray Duckling says, rigged. You know what I'm going to do for you, Gray Duckling? Tomorrow night, I'm giving you a free entry into that drawing. How's that? I think he should get he's got a fucking 12 qualifiers total.
He put $120 in tonight.
He had a 1 in 4 chance of winning that thing.
Gray Duckling, are you not a VIP yet?
I thought Gray Duckling was a VIP.
I thought you were too.
Now, Gray Duckling, what did we say? You had 12 entries?
Maybe you just wanted $100
You
back.
are just 130 away from just a VIP now, so there is that. He says, you are too good to me, sir. I'm giving you a free one because I feel bad that you qualified 12 times and you didn't get the win.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, you can find me April Imholt on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or my email is going in the chat right now.
There you go, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. There's the email if you need it. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Thank you very much. We're going to do another VIP drawing tomorrow, so I hope you enjoyed tonight's show with a little qualifiers mixed in. You guys are also 1:30 into tomorrow's goal, so it should be a nice and easy morning tomorrow as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your support. April, thank you as well.
Thanks.
And we will talk to everybody tomorrow at 6